Yes.
I mean, we can let chat settle it. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're settling, but that's what
right.
chat is for. To arbitrarily
Chat.
solve the problems of the streamers, unprompted.
Phantasmal force or hold person.
I can do hold person.
IRL, not...
Oh, okay.
We're not talking D&D spells.
I can phantasmally force
Yeah?
love into a hug.
Aw.
That sounds more like holding person, though.
Well, I was trying to, like, bridge the two, I guess.
Yeah. You know what happens when you build a bridge between things, Cookie? You connect them and then people don't get wet.
Or it could be phantasmal force and you fall into a pit.
That was quite a walk you took me on there, Casey.
Yeah. A walk over a bridge.
It was a walk to remember.
Sometimes I make stir fry and I'll walk.
That doesn't care, so I'm gonna pick phantasmal force. Perfect.
Let it be known that I am all for double standards.
Well
Noted.
aware.
Did you just say Delaware?
Well.
Alright.
That's Delaware.
Delaware. Anyone else have any states that like to arbitrarily shout out before the game?
I don't know.
South Dakota.
You win. That wins.
Alright.
Oh.
Well, I've got all the people in the right places. Oklahoma is the place to be. Alright, what are we doing?
Nobody knows.
What are we doing? Oh, D&D. There we go. I was like, I have all these windows open. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, we need a groovy tune. Let's look up a new Kevin MacLeod groovy tune.
What? Get my coffee? Okay, I will.
All right. So I need a keyword to search for.
Oklahoma.
Phantasmal force.
I'll just put all of that in there.
I like this idea because it means that we won't actually end up with a groovy tune.
Phantasmal force. Let's just see what it comes out with. Surprisingly, there is no Kevin MacLeod piece that is either tagged or named Oklahoma Phantasmal Force.
Just look up Phantasm.
But it is now most likely going to be a roller derby team name. So let's start with okay. Oh, that's too many. There's too many here. Wait, run amok.
My vote is Isolated by Kevin MacLeod. I ran into that somewhere else lately, and it's very good.
What? Oh, isolated by... I get it. That's the name
now we're
of the
taking
thing.
Kevin MacLeod requests?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, your request has been noted.
Unfortunately, Casey is not actually looking for good music to bring in our stream.
All right, I think I've got it. Everyone be prepared to adjust
Casey's
your
looking for
volume.
music that will make me dissociate out of my own skull.
Here we go.
Where's Dora? Floating 5 feet above her body.
Astral projecting. Where? Nowhere good.
I'm muting.
Just not
this
here.
Audio.
All right.
Good, I long to death.
Alright, audio's muted. Casey's lost sound privileges.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Did that years ago.
here we are. It's called Run Amok by Kevin
Give me
MacLeod.
the aux cord, quick.
We're, our muck is running. Here we go. What a zany time for us to come. I don't even know what energy to channel with this. We're gonna go for it. Gee
Purple
whiz.
Barker.
All right.
Interest, do we ever know what energy we're trying to channel for the opening of our live streams?
I usually
Never.
do. Here we go. All right, cool. All right. As a little warm up for all of us, I would like everyone to blurt out in unison their favorite color or insect. Go.
Gray.
I feel like that is the expected result from
Because Allie wasn't in unison, none of us can now go. Right?
She said immediately shout out.
No, in
Yeah, but you
unison.
will.
In unison.
You had to wait for us.
All right,
Yeah.
can we try
You didn't
it?
wait for us.
Why don't we try it one more time? All right,
All right.
ready? So, I need you all in unison to shout out your favorite venereal disease or reasons why squirrels are fat. Go!
They
Shut
eat
over
nuts.
abundance of acorns.
Gray. Oh.
All right. I think we nailed it that time.
Here.
Whew. Good. All right. That was one time through the song. It's only 1 minute and 47 seconds long, so just
that's
be
even
prepared.
worse.
Just be prepared. All right, cool.
Have this on
Welcome
your
back.
playlist, though, because I'm feeling like this fits my example of
This-
Fantastical Force perfectly.
I feel like this is going into like my Kadia
What are you
playlist.
talking
Yes,
about?
yes.
All
I
right.
don't know what's happening.
I'll put it in the pleasant playlist. Yeah. Right next to Marty Got's a Plan. Another great one. All right.
Marty's got a.
Cool. Antics. All right. So, did we stream last week? Let's just pretend we did, even if we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We did. Good. You're all. I like this. This is collaborative storytelling. You just yes-anded me. It was awesome. Here we go.
Collaborative storytelling, our real life.
I hope the audio quality is killer tonight. I did get a new sound cord here. just here.
Oh, it's totally hooked up.
It's totally gonna work. And
You know,
help.
I
like
think
you
this
could
joke
do
is
it in
funnier
2
the second
seconds.
time.
It is funnier the second time, just like this song. Soon to be the third time. Hope it gets funnier. All right. So last week, what happened? All right. Let's.
Are we not doing announcements or like any of the
No,
things
you
that
wasted
normally?
your time today, Dora.
Do we have announcements?
Oh my
Yes.
god, even I know what they are.
Well, all right. If you know what they are, then why don't you do them, huh?
All right, I will.
I
Let me go
updated
to
the document while I
to
was supposed to be
Discord.
doing things at work, and nobody appreciates it.
I know you did. I was like, oh,
Wait.
Thank you,
This
Holly.
isn't
Dora. Don't
Yes.
pretend that you doing that is for us. That was for you.
Okay, fair enough.
Anything to distract yourself from the grim reality of the working day.
All right. So Roll20 Con starts Friday, October 23rd to 25th. They're raising money for Code 2040, a nonprofit fighting for racial equality in the tech industry. There's virtual game demos for Burn Bright, D&D 5e, and other TTRPGs. A variety of live stream panels. So check out roll20con.net for more info. Do you want me to keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
please.
All right. Thank you. I will. So our other campaign, Lions and Crows, on Thursdays at 7:30. It will be this week. Give us a snippet teaser of what's going on.
I'm not
We're
doing
in
the
hell.
announcements. You're doing the announcements.
Boss fight next week.
I asked for
We are boss fighting next week, and Kayla is back.
boss fighting. Kayla's back. Done
Wait,
honeymooning.
this week.
Married.
Next session.
Preferably not to the boss.
You don't know.
I
I
guess
mean,
we don't.
Summer,
you've got wives and swords in that campaign. Who knows?
That's
Could-
true.
can we convince you to give TO +2 AC based on Michaela's?
Based on Kayla getting
mechanical
married in real
decision.
life.
Doing
Yeah.
ceremony in real life.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
open to bribes.
All right, so you can bribe the Thursday Night DM. Excellent. Let's see, Twitter. Check for updates on new content at @RollItSlant on Twitter. YouTube for back episodes. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it will help us get a custom URL so we can make it easier for people to find us, because that's the point, isn't it?
Is the point.
And we would like to thank Kevin McLeod for music. Not so much thanking Casey for the choices in the music that she picks, but definitely thanking Kevin for all of the various music he picks.
Stop face. Oh no! You killed us.
Listen, I feel like this is my compensation for doing the announcements.
No, keep going. This is great.
Seinfeld again.
I'd also thank Roll20 for being
Immersion.
part of the Spotlight
It's called
program and providing
immersion.
us great software for a virtual tabletop experience. Tonight,
You could DJ a
Back-
house party with this.
You could.
back to you, Casey.
Thank you, Cookie.
I'm Casey.
I know.
I mean, take it away, Dora, then. Why don't you do the recap since you're so eager to step on my toes? Everyone has thoughts of how the intro to the show should be, so by all means.
Okay.
The only one that can step on your toes. You're all the way elsewhere.
It's true.
I could go step on her toes if I was really committed to the
You
bit.
really
Should need a stepladder.
Yeah, you should do it.
Where are your toes?
We're gonna get a different
now
type
I
of
need a
internet
step
for now.
What?
Okay. Well, my summary of last session was that we killed a devil and then we lost the person we were trying to protect. End of summary.
All right. That's not a very comprehensive summary, but
I think we hit the important points.
lucky for all of you, I'm just gonna glaze right over that so no one will have any idea what's going on. And we'll just jump right back into it. You're on the street. You just saw the last thing that I narrated last episode, and here we are.
The last thing that you narrated last episode was that there's a pigeon in the window and it's trying to fly away.
Oh, we can recap extra information now. I see. Great. I'm just gonna be super passive aggressive the whole time. I feel like
I think I will
this
take
is-
that over just aggressive.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Yeah, I will. I said so.
So, is there anything you guys want to do?
I
Yeah.
want to try to catch a pigeon.
My character's only goal, is to long rest.
That's always your character's
Nothing else matters. There is nothing else in the entirety.
else matters. All right, so you have just gone and explored, trying to find Philibris at her room as directed by her manager. You found that the room was empty. The window is open, and now taking flight from it, a pigeon that soars up, up, and away.
Can I cast Earthbind on the pigeon?
You can certainly try.
All right. Sorry. I mean, like, I don't know if this is.
Link it.
I will.
Definitely within range.
Strength saving throw of
A pigeon strength.
14.
$60 feet per round.
Wait, descend safely. Oh,
Yes.
less.
I was looking forward to splatting the pigeon. All right.
Is that
let's-
after the plummet?
See if it succeeds on its strength saving throw.
I
Here.
use my mana to cast Plummet. No, just...
17.
Oh, god damn it. It succeeds. With a -2! Oh, that's so sad. All right. So then, right before it goes away, I am going to cast message talking to it with my bard ability, with my druid ability to say, have you seen Valabreeze? Do I have the ability to decipher that coup using Speech of the Woods?
It seemed like a non-committal, sort of passive-aggressive brush off of, please don't target me with spells.
Oh,
I want to be
that's fair.
free.
That's fair. I probably won't like it either.
You think, based on its body language, that it may have just flipped you off.
That's again fair.
Yeah.
I tried to talk to it, you guys.
It doesn't seem like it wants to talk to you.
It doesn't want to talk to me or us or just me.
Well, I know where that bird may have come from. Are you ready to hear my theories?
Yes.
Just gotta pull out this whiteboard.
I cast silence.
I would like to enter this
I
bubble.
will
and
like.
get
I would
anything
like
else.
to interpret it through gestures and interpretive dance of whom I think it is.
Beard. Birds.
The ocean. One
Shelter.
ocean.
Ha! You said it.
Make it happen to her. Put her down.
Stop that right now.
You haven't long rested. You can't actually cast that.
I'm well aware.
Um,
Oh, no.
yeah,
It's
because
Tromar.
wasn't he getting? Didn't he buy a bunch of birds from the?
Not a bunch of birds, but all the birds.
And many of which were common pigeons.
Look, a pigeon may be just a pigeon to you, but a
That's
pigeon is
very
not
true.
just a pigeon to me. And it's Tromar.
What is pigeon to you?
It's a symbol of
on.
Lowliness.
It is a symbol
Com-
that
common-
Tromar is guilty.
Or
Okay.
like freedom.
Oh,
of
that
movement.
pigeon's doing some heavy lifting there.
I'm so glad you guys finally see the symbolism in all of my writing. So,
What?
it's sort of mid-evening.
Oh, I got it.
What would you like to do?
Imagine this in book form. The narrator starts talking, and then characters just interject over. Wait your turn, narrator. It's me, Katia.
There's just like a few dots. And then Katie dialogue again.
Oh, because pigeons are like messenger birds. So he is an influence on the city in a bad way.
What does that have to do with pigeons being able to carry messages?
Because he's a messenger of his own will.
I mean, so am I. Does that make me a pigeon?
Everybody's a pigeon.
Someday I think I
Okay.
could become a pigeon.
I have
So,
wings sometimes.
faced with the gripping reality that each and every one of them may in fact just be pigeons in a world filled with lions and crows, what would you like to do?
Would it be illegal to break into her room?
We're in her room.
Oh, I thought we were outside.
No, we're in her room. Her door was unlocked.
Yeah, we just entered. It's different.
Okay.
But this is an inn. Can we get rooms here? Oh no, I gotta see my goats, y'all. We got places. We can stay places in the city.
Wait, we have to
I'm-
find Bella.
Yeah. She did get kind of set on fire. Although she took it like a champ, so maybe she's fine.
Or they're in this together.
I think that's
Do you think she's a vision brew?
what.
Maybe?
Do you think she's a vision brew?
It is possible, but I don't think that necessarily ties into your first point.
What first point? I'm
That
saying
they are in it together.
I think we talked. I think they both are. Couldn't there be more than one? And
Oh,
aren't
sorry,
they trying to like?
I thought you were meaning Balthiogram. But no, you mean Beardman and Lala Woman.
yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. It is possible.
Because the city in conflict.
Do you think she's the one who sold the necklaces that tempered time?
That was a man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He had a
With-
beard.
That's
That's
the
what
reason
started the
why I
whole beard
hate
thing.
beards.
This is what started your beard phobia.
Yeah,
You
but
must
I mean,
you must
I could.
you must remember that the Vision Voodoo can be any person they wish to be. So woman can have beard. She could have two beards. Perhaps even 3.
Tomorrow, I will show you how I could have like I could look like a man with with a magnificent beard.
Okay.
Then I couldn't trust you.
What?
The transitive beard property.
It's flawed logic. You can't argue it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to open all the drawers and look through all of Bella's stuff if there's any.
All right, make an investigation roll.
That is the wrong page.
Make a privacy invasion check.
Oh, I can't wait to tell Kelly about this. I went through Bella Princess room.
Going thoroughly through everything, you actually don't find any personal belongings. There's nothing in this inn room that you wouldn't guess was sort of part of the meager amenities that were provided to each and every guest. There's a pamphlet of Paylor in the drawer by the bedside. Some mostly clean linens in one of the drawers of the dresser.
Mostly clean linens.
Either like she's like the neatest person ever who doesn't have anything, or she doesn't live here.
Sorry, you were under the impression that she lived in the theater she is using to make her performance?
Well,
You can just say yes.
maybe.
It's okay.
I don't. There has to be an there has to be an explanation when I speak, or I'm just talking and there's nothing really coming out.
Okay. I feel like you're an intellect devourer that's just like using speech to drain all thought from my brain. It doesn't matter what I was thinking of beforehand. As soon as you say something, it's gone.
That guy. Ooh, he threatened. Ooh, we have to find Bella. We have to, because he was like, "We're not gonna pay you if you can't find Bella." When I was trying to find out where Bella would be now.
So, after going through Bella's
Oh,
room...
I have an idea!
No, narrate.
Oh.
Just
Keep your narration to yourself.
Sit back easy.
We will remain in this scene, come hell or high water.
Let's go out into the street and follow the residuum. I'm sorry. It just comes right after you start talking.
Get me out of here.
All right. If we were to track her tonight, though, where would be logical places that she might go?
She might return to whatever home she has, perhaps an inn. She might go to, perhaps place of safety, maybe academy. Because of fear for her life, she might go to, other place.
That does probably cover all of the possibilities.
Yeah.
So, after having hit somewhat of a dead end with your only lead flying away out over the city, what would you all like to do?
Perhaps we go outside and see if any clues are outside front door. She did not go through front door, though, did she? She went through other door.
We don't even know if she came back here, to be honest. This is
So-
the place that we knew that she would possibly be.
Matthew said that she had a room here, but she wouldn't most likely come here. She would go to the theater. But we were already at the theater. So, I think... Which way was the bird flying? Was it toward the mansion?
Oh my god.
Make a wisdom survival check.
Oh gosh, Katie is so good at this. Oh, 17.
It's flying southwest.
I can't remember exactly where his place is on the map.
Well, we could just head southwest in our mind's eye.
Yes, the bird is long out of sight now, though.
I'm just trying to determine if he was flying towards the mansion, but I can't remember where. Is the rich part the south or the north?
Yes.
Ah! This is for interrupting you.
I mean, the northeast part of the city is newer, sort of newish money. That's where your grandparents live. The old part of the city, sort of south of Modsine Square, down here, is considered the poorer part. But if you go sort of out past some of this farmland and that, there is the ultra-rich part sort of out on the sheer here, which is the sheer cliff faces that look out over the bay itself.
All right.
Well, we could just walk and look for clues.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Where would you like to walk?
Bird direction.
Southwest, the direction that the pigeon was flying.
All right. You depart this room, which is probably a couple blocks away. You're sort of like in this area just south of Sierra Harmony Hall there. Not, but probably a block or so away. And you begin to head through the city to the southwest. Is there anything you'd like to be doing during this time?
Well rested.
Looking for residuum flowing.
Make an investigation roll.
Can I also make one of these?
You may.
Oh, negative.
No.
All right. There is residuum there. You don't seem to notice anything different or flowing or directional or anything out of the ordinary that you just sort of all blends into the background for you.
As we're because it's evening, isn't it? Like after like 9ish or something.
Yeah,
like
somewhere around there.
that? Okay. Can I listen just like as we're walking, like when like people talking on the street, like about like, are they talking about what happened at Sierra? Like, is there like, what's the scuttlebutt on the street?
I guess give me a perception roll.
Okay. We're gonna subtract 1 from this because I accidentally left my character already. Gonna be honest. Okay.
How did you get an extra +1? Oh, did you bump
It's
in the...
proficiency bonus.
bonus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll subtract 1 from my roll. So that is a 14.
All right. So going through just listening, there is a little bit of not commotion, but the city is sort of in its, this is like the kind of prime time. So there are people out and about. Does seem like gossip and speculation are flowing. Some people are just talking about their evening plans, while others, you do catch some of the, oh, did you hear what happened at the Meridian Theater? And you do hear a couple lines about a group of heroes who slayed some devil or something and were able to prevent Velabreeze from being killed.
Well, we've got that going for us, at least.
And a couple of people are like, yeah, oh, heroes, yeah, we like heroes. But the narrative seems to be, in a couple of instances, very focused on a group of heroes.
Do you think Bella would have gone to the town council or city council? Isn't that where she was working with those people?
I mean, let's be honest, we know nothing about this woman. Aside from the fact that she sings, she's willing to put a tremendous number of people in danger without their knowledge because she thinks maybe it will allow her to catch whoever's threatening her. And she's willing to pay us a lot of money to be a part of that.
And also willing to charm the masses of a crowd for her own, well, gain. It's in the notion of peace, so I'm not sure. Jury's still out on that one for me.
Well, not that I'm an expert on musicians or the ilk, but as a performer, would she not be drawn to areas she is most comfortable in? If she wanted to be incognito, could she not put on the one of many masks that she would wear as she walks around that terrible square? I love the Waddstein Square, I mean.
If by terrible you mean magically ingenious.
That
I do
is
not
actually
mean that at all.
a very good point, because musicians perform there all the time with masks on, and if you call them out, they have to sing the ballad.
It might be worth at least an attempt. I don't know her familiarity with the city and whether she has other places she'd feel more comfortable at. I'm just going off what I have observed.
Well, Modstein Square is to the southwest of us, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Leave possibly, depending on. Oh yes, confirmation. It is that way. Yes.
What if she has something that belongs to her at Grimm's shop and she wants it back, and now that he's distracted, she can get it from him?
Do you?
That's
By
kind of a
distracted, do you mean dead?
Yeah,
Well,
just
she
so I
doesn't
could-
know that, does she? Because if she knew he were dead, then why would she still run? Why wouldn't she come back to safety where the people who hired her are at?
If she knew he was alive, would she risk going to his stronghold? Also, what evidence is that there's something she needs from Mr. Grimm? Or is this just fanciful dreams?
These are realities that could be true.
I mean, it still might. I think maybe it might be worth taking the time to go to Grimm's wherever. Maybe through the sewers.
Was Grimm's the same? Is that also southwest or in a different direction?
It's a little bit
More
more
south.
south than southwest.
I think that we can go to the front door as opposed to the sewers for Grim.
I mean, if we're breaking into
Okay,
one
to
more
be-
suggestion before you say what I think you're going to say.
yes.
My personal spell selection is very tapped. My energies are a bit low. I need some refreshing. I think we've all struggled a bit during the encounter in the theater. So going to a place that might likely have dangers, we should go both in force.
I guess
And
it is a good
prepare.
point that we don't know where the Bone Daughter is.
Oh, this is true. We do not know where.
There is a loose bone daughter
Oh.
in the city.
I think that we should
think-
take a rest and perhaps go to.
I think we go to Modstein's.
I'd be willing
then
to go
we
to
can nap.
Mondstein's. It seems a lot safer than going into the house of the devil.
It's safer.
I'll start digging through my bag and find my mask that Rhea bought me.
I am also gonna put on my owl mask.
Oh, I can put on my fox masks. I
Fox
can't say that.
mask.
Fox masks. No.
All right, so continuing southward, you make your way to Modstein's Square. Mood there is fairly festive. It's much like you're used to. There are several acts performing, and kind of a din amongst the crowd. It's not any sort of silent reverence that you were accustomed to seeing people paying to when somebody like Vela Breeze was there performing. And just appears to be groups and sort of cliques of people, mostly masked there, jovial, eating, drinking, just sort of sharing the experience. What would you like to do while you're here?
I want to see if, like, I want to look to see if there's any residuum being attracted and absorbed by anybody.
Make an investigation roll.
I'm really good at that,
I have
y'all.
a question about your mask, Zilliana, anyway.
Oh, 18.
All right. In terms of absorption, quite the opposite. The people who listen to the music seem to be giving off residuum. None of the performers themselves appear to be absorbing it per se. And as you look around, though, the residuum itself does kind of avoid the center of the square. Sort of, the people themselves are obviously not standing in the fountain there, so the source of it is out. But and sort of making your way through the crowd, you do see a fairly well-dressed man who matches your last sighting of Trelmar and Kesh, sitting on the fountain, just sort of sitting casually.
Right on the nozzle.
He has a the
Bidet?
Vesselar public bidet opened. He does have a tankard in one hand. He's talking to a group of 3 or 4 people in front of him, who are just sort of lounging about. They seem to just be taking in the sights, but there is a noticeable sort of parting of the ocean of residuum kind of around Trelmar.
I say quietly to my party. That's kind of weird, right? That there would be like no residuum. Like it usually just kind of like goes everywhere, right? Like it's like water.
Didn't we know this though, or didn't we see something?
Doran saw it, but we didn't. I don't believe any of us.
I'm just nodding knowingly. Yeah, that's weird.
You knew this?
I mean, I surmised it. I'm very smart.
You are. Or is there anything else you surmised that you want to tell us?
Well, lots of things, but you don't always want to hear it. Why don't we focus on just finding Miss Breeze if she's hidden here?
While Zilliana is like walking around and kind of paying attention to the residuum, I would like to walk around and see if I take a stab at trying to identify any of the performers, see if, going off of our theory that maybe she came here to perform, see if any of them seem like Vela Breeze.
Oh,
All right. One question.
even though it says Jess and Katie.
One question for all of you. Are you trying to not be noticed while you are doing this?
Yes.
No.
No.
I was about to change all that.
All right. And I'm saying this as like a group.
Katie would never hide.
All right. Fair enough. So, looking around, watching all of the performers, let's have you make a wisdom insight check for me, please. Sort of vibe out all of the various performers here.
I would love to roll to vibe.
Katie,
21.
question.
Is that all of us or just?
If you're accompanying, then roll as well, but this sort of for Ria's investigation. So, going performer to performer, the first ones you come across are actually a band of minstrels whom you've seen before, the top hats wearing folk. One of them sort of has a banjo and a washboard. It's kind of a bluegrassy feel to them. And as they see you come over, they all in unison kind of like tip their hats, but without missing a beat, going. And everyone just sort of hoists the glass and drinks going through. None of them match physically in any way to Vela. Their music doesn't sound like hers. No intonation, obviously. All of that can be, manipulated to some degree, but you've seen them before, so you've feel fairly confident. There's a pair of sort of acrobats, dancers who have a drummer, kind of percussionist behind them, hand drumming, and as sort of drums the rhythms, they do various stunts and such. Again, watching them for a bit doesn't quite fit the bill. There's not really anything overtly musical about it. It's much more of a physical demonstration for them. Don't strike you as any type of match. And then you get to a solo performer who's currently being unwatched in the corner of the square, a mime. You keep walking. You come to the...
Pay no mime.
Yeah, pay no mime to the mime in the corner.
A mime is a term.
And then coming back around, you do see that there is a female singer, an elf, singing a little bit more of kind of like a folk song vibe. She's sitting and has a lute that she's strumming along with. Has a few people watching her. Hard to tell, but of the people you've seen, that would be the closest match. But nothing necessarily strikes you as like, oh, haha.
It's Kadia.
Adia just like slipped past me. I am going to... I don't know what everybody else is doing right now, but I'm going to settle in there and watch her for a little while.
Taking in the square's atmosphere.
All right. As all of this is going on, Doran, do you feel somebody kind of like just touch your elbow and like kind of like tap you and try to get your attention? Hi, I saw you guys. You coming out of the Meridian. You're the heroes, right?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's a correct classification.
That's super. Guys, it is him. It's him. He was one of them. He was there. It's him. I think he's the wizard one. Do you go to the he goes to the school, I bet. Look at he's dressed like the school.
Yes, here's...
Can you...
Like
will you...
school.
Do you want to come and meet... Here, come on. Come meet my friends.
I only have like 5 or 6 Vermeraldi cup coasters. Here's one.
Oh my god. Really?
Swag.
This is... He's got coasters, guys.
No. Now down to 4 now.
4. There's 4 of us. No, this is great. Cool. The other ones...
Sign it.
Your friends...
Sign it.
You, the other heroes from the academy, are they here too?
Different academies, please.
Question.
Different academies.
I did say that I wanted to stay unnoticed, and I have now gone and sat down by the elf. Can I please God roll stealth?
Yes, you can, if you would like.
I sure would.
This will be at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Oh, 24.
22.
Ooh.
All right. Noted. As people seem to come up, Ruthkel, you are with Rhea.
If she was trying to go stealthily, I would have left her. I would
Okay.
let her go.
So then
Else
I'll
she would have been found.
assume the other four of you are with, or the other three of you are with Dorand.
I'm telling Dorid, you have to sign it before you give it away.
What? It's
No, it's cool.
He's much more famous than I am.
Is this your manager?
Ha!
Yeah, no, I don't
I
think so.
am not a manager. I am a performer.
And I'm not a performer, so I don't need a manager.
I want to not be there.
And you,
I'm gonna try and like slip away because mostly I'm dressed like a street vendor, like like somebody who's typically on these streets. So I would like to kind of do the Homer Simpson into the bush away if I can.
Aren't
If I
you
can
wearing
try.
a mask?
I am wearing a mask.
yes.
It's what kind of mask?
It's a fox.
Oh, I've been wondering. What do they say?
Say bye.
Yeah.
Oh, performing. I get it.
What does the fox say? I want to listen to that so bad right now. Hold on.
So you don't.
Just
Don't
pause
get
this
hit with a
stream.
copyright violation.
Pause the stream for like 4 minutes.
Imagine if they were the ones that sued us. Copyright violation because of the... What?
Yeah. So, as this younger gentleman calls out to his friends and make a big fuss, some of the attention in the square does turn to your group, and people begin to start noticing and coming up and just like asking you questions, or like, "Oh, what was it like? Did you guys get hurt?"
It
And
was harrowing. No, I didn't.
sort of pestering around. You can see some of the musicians are kind of like, continue
Louder,
playing
Ron.
on.
I can't hear you over the music. Keep asking questions.
What is the elf doing as this is happening?
Continuing to play in a bit more of a secluded area. So not kind of like playing for the center mass of people. Continues playing. I mean, it's having various commotions and things move and shift around is not anything new to the square.
Did I get hurt? I got hurt. Let me tell you. If there were like some sort of drink I could take right now, I would totally take one from any of you.
Please provide drinks, is what she's saying.
Is she your manager?
I'm not a manager.
Look, we don't want anyone ruining anyone else's reputation right here, so if you don't mind, we'll...
I
say
ruined
that.
someone's reputation. Let me tell you whose reputation I ruined. His name was Balthier Grimm. He thought he was a manager, but he was a fake. He was a phony. He had a shop, and if you go there, you are a bad person.
I don't think that he was fake. I think he
He's
was
the-
manager.
Excuse me, how many do you have? Like 3 or 4 axes? How many weapons do you have? I love axes.
Who's this person
Let's go.
asking?
He's asking you a question.
You mean me? I do
Yeah.
not have axe. I have
Look.
very large hammer.
But
Look,
do
if
you
it's-
have axes? Hammers are okay. I don't like hammers that much, but axes, whew. How many axes do you have? Say it's like 4 or 5. Is it? I bet it's 5.
I turn to Durant. He does not know about the mechanical optimization of taking a 2d6 weapon over 1d12 weapon. He does not know. You cannot use axe. Axe is good, but you can skim somebody and do a little bit of damage. But
I have a staff. It's not optimized.
If-
for
if
that.
you use,
I also
very-
don't know what you're speaking of.
very large hammer, you can, no matter where you hit, you crush whatever you hit. It is.
It'd be awfully.
it is-
wouldn't be very balanced.
I don't think it's axes. What about like knives? You gotta collect something cool, right?
I have hammer. It is huge. It's just like regular hammer, but like
Yeah, but like
40 times
my
size.
dad's a carpenter. He uses hammers.
Okay.
Is
but
it like a war hammer?
Well, it's called the mall, right? You know, a mall, like where you go and buy things except violent.
Where you buy violent things, like the blacksmith.
Sort of, except nothing like that.
Right.
Um,
Cool. Where's your friend that turns into animals?
where did she go? She have disappear. I do not know. Perhaps she is animal right now. Perhaps she is wandering amongst you.
Oh, then we'd see an animal.
It's true. She's
Hey,
probably
don't let
not
her
wandering
out.
amongst you.
Fox you. He's
You are
here somewhere.
very sharp, Dora.
Oh, we'll look. We'll look. Thanks for actually there is a caricature artist just around the corner. Would you mind if we got our picture painted together there?
I'm not going to go around any corners. I'm also going to check my bag. Let's make sure I have the 3 gold pieces to my name still.
It appears untouched, unrifled. All right. Well, maybe later. Maybe later. But thank you, heroes. Can we like get you like a drink or something?
Hello, drink. What, loved one?
I fucking hate you so much.
I mean, I guess we can get your manager one as well. Four drinks.
No, I was upstairs in the rafters, and you didn't see me, but I was also fighting, and I wasn't part of this group, and I would really like a drink because I actually really got hurt.
You just
Man.
heard her again, apparently.
Yeah, your manager's super stressed out. It's all right. It was a long day. I know there's a lot going on. We'll get you a double. We'll get you a double. But it's good. Business is good, right? I mean, Heroes of the Empire, up and coming. Such a good story. Ah. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back with a round. Great.
I am now crying into Doran's shoulder.
Oh, no, not on the robes! These are Brimmeraldi robes! Have some respect!
They're dry clean only.
Help me, tell them I'm part of the group. I am sobbing uncontrollably right now.
All right. As all of this sort of commotion,
She shifts to complete deadpan as you said that.
all of the commotion happening aside, you guys do notice that Trelmarn has gotten up and walked over to your group, and sort of
Mr. Marn?
seeing you crying. He sort of just pats you on the shoulder, Katie. Of course, your head is buried in the shoulder of Doran
Nope,
Geos.
I have an abjuration bubble. There's no way.
Just crying. The tears are like going down the bubble. It's not an abjuration hamster ball.
This is my social distancing bubble. You stay away.
And comes up and just sort of taps you on the shoulder a little bit reassuringly. Don't worry, I've spread the word that all 5 of you were there. So, I mean, congratulations. Enjoy your attention. It's much deserved.
You obviously did not spread the word fast enough or good enough because they think I'm a manager. Also, why are you here? It happens just like that.
What do you mean? Why am I here? This is a place to be in the evenings. Music, dancing, thoughts aplenty.
Did you lose any pigeons lately?
Can't say that I have. No.
You need a better way.
One strand of yarn comes out of the conspiracy board. It gets placed somewhere else.
You did not spread my word good enough. They don't know what I look like because they think I'm a manager. And also, I'm kind of like, I don't think I should say that. No.
Listen. You sound like you need a drink. Let me get you a drink, and perhaps we can set the record straight. And perhaps, excuse me, sir. Have you met Have you met Cadia? She was one of the heroes from the Meridian Theater. Yes. Yes, she also studies there. I take it. Yes? Yes. And they're like, oh, wow, that's really great. He just sort of steps back a little bit. Pushes you that way.
This is now really weird.
Can you please make up your mind?
Oh.
He does every other minute. Well, any luck with the others? I look over at Growthcliff. Do you see them anymore?
Is there a point where this performer is kind of like wrapping up one of her pieces?
The pieces do have finite length, yes.
Okay. Well, as she comes to the end of one of them, I'm gonna say in Celestial, that was quite beautiful.
Sort of looks at you a little weird, and other people turn around, look at you. And she just sort of shrugs and starts up the next song.
Can I get any sort of sense of whether it was at all, whether it was or not it was her language that she recognized at all?
Make a perception check, I guess.
21.
Didn't seem like the comment registered, other than just somebody interjecting a foreign language at a time in which everybody sort of heard it.
Okay. I will keep an eye on her, but I will return to the group.
All right. Not sure how those aren't mutually exclusive, but
To be fair, I don't know what's going on over there.
So returning back, Cadia, your newly found admirers dote upon you for a few moments before moving off. Is that better? Is that what you were hoping for? They'll now tell their friends whom they've met, and round and round the circle will go. I mean, it'll be no time before you could go anywhere in the city and be recognized wherever you go.
What is going on over here?
We are very famous now.
Oh,
We're about
great.
to ask
Spread of
Mr. Marn. It's
Cash.
Ah, yes, that's right, Mr. Cash.
I think I
Have
slink back
you-
to have after kind of seeing Rhea go back.
Spotted Vela Breeze here in this locale anytime in the last, say, right now?
I'm sure Miss Breeze has better things to do with her evening, given the events of tonight. I mean, I did see her walking away with the Arcane Guard shortly after the incident, so perhaps she's taken in with their care. I don't know. She hasn't shown her face here, but then again, can't count any time that she has.
Can't hear you.
Is he telling the truth?
You have no idea.
Saying that out loud. Is he telling the truth?
Does he seem to be honest?
Do you have a spell or something you'd like to cast that can
I
determine?
just would like to vibe him.
All right. Go ahead and
Holly.
make a wisdom insight check for me.
Can you tell me what an honest vibe feels like?
You asked for it.
I'm convinced. Go ahead.
By making.
Wisdom insight check.
Oh, okay, insight.
Thank
8.
He's not going like this.
Okay.
I mean, his tone doesn't seem any different or misleading, or just seems like he's talking.
What's
Well,
drinking?
flirting with him now.
I believe
Everything else is not working.
it's called Timber Ale. It's an import. It's quite good.
Okay.
That sounds like something
Go back.
Ziliana would really like.
No, I don't think so.
Made from real timber.
Yeah. I mean, like if we're talking like
The
a pine
milk
needle
of
tea or something
trees.
like that, or maple syrup, I would like that. But I think a tea sounds good. Also, thank you for spreading the word about us, I guess.
Well, the word spread on its own. I merely filled in a few details, as I'm sure most of the others who were there did as well. Do you know not a single person left there with one scratch on them? Quite remarkable what you all did. I'm sure will be very much applauded by the city.
Like monetarily?
Who am I to say?
I mean, it'd be nice if people did. That's how it happens, right? You save people, and then they're like, "Oh, thank you," and then they pay you.
I guess it
Is that how?
depends on your moral motivation for the saving. But I'm sure it could be a lucrative business, although I hear there's one less agent in the city to deal with.
He is a fraud.
He's very
He's
dead
dead.
now, so...
It's fried.
It is a good joke.
I looked for a long time as Leona.
I just pat Zillion on the back.
Ziliana, I realized with her charisma score being a slightly higher, maybe she's just aiming for adorkable. Is as close as I can get.
Feel very emotionally drained right now.
Well,
Physically drained as well.
You've had a big
Maybe
night.
Need to go retire. If the Arcane Guard indeed was involved with Miss Breeze, then clearly Grithquill and Rhea can use their up channels through their organization to find the whereabouts. Yeah.
I can guarantee you that it will take less time for us to go and ask ourselves.
Well, sounds like you're busy and exhausted, so I will
Yeah,
bid you
did you-
farewell. Yeah.
I didn't see you until after you sat. You must have helped a lot of people leave the theater.
Well, I barely got out myself, but I helped whom I could, yes.
Follow me, Boba Bay.
Yeah. I just, we were struggling, so I'm just surprised you didn't, Well, I guess I just don't really know you, and
I think,
well.
I think personal feelings about people aside, he was under no obligation to help. It would have been nice, as it would have been nice from anybody, but, you cannot
Yes.
always expect everybody to put life on line for things.
Clearly, heroes of your caliber had it under control.
Totally.
And
Totally.
this means that he does not share in the milestone. So if ever he is evil, he will,
He'll be one level below us.
yes.
Well, enjoy your success the rest of the evening. I get used to the attention, as I'm sure it will follow you lovingly from place to place throughout the city. There won't be a corner that they won't be waving and cheering you on. It'll be good. Good for your spirits. Enjoy it. Congratulations. I'll return to my revels here. He sort of gives you a little half head nod and turns back.
I say goodnight in Druidic.
He continues to walk.
Okay.
Any luck finding her in the crowd while we were engaged with the worst people I've ever met?
No, I don't believe she's here.
Katia?
I can't say that I love the fact that I think we're gonna have problems. Let's go talk to the Arcane Guard.
Ziliana, didn't you send a message or something? Didn't someone die in the theater?
You mean
Our enemies.
Well, no,
There are
I mean,
kobolds that died.
I believe she is talking about when brave Chad the Voluptuous was, knocked down.
Yeah, and then he was fine.
He's
no,
okay.
it was
He's
like
fine.
Oh,
He,
never mind.
he has a lot of blood in his body.
You mean
I
the kobold?
remember-
The kobold.
No, I'm
Oh, yeah,
remembering
we did
two
lose a
different
kobold.
things. Never mind. This was at the food place. Never mind.
Yeah, when you wanted to take us on a romp to tell people about the paladin. It's taken care of.
I still. Oh my god.
No, no, Juliana,
We
no.
go to the arcade guard!
No,
Follow Rhea immediately.
Juliana.
All right. So,
Okay, here we are.
are you looking for? Are you going to Bremeraldi is the location of where the arcane guard is from. Are you trying to find an arcane guard person, or are you trying to go to Bremeraldi?
I'm going to Bremeraldi.
All right.
Oh shit, the box. The
So-
room.
Oh yeah, there's also that we do need to. We are not dealing with the box tonight, but we do need to deal with the box tomorrow.
All right. So you make your way back all the way to the other side of the city, up north to Bremeraldi, and you enter in and are greeted again at the front desk there. There anything I can help you with?
Yes, we are looking for the captain of the arcane guard.
I'm not sure the Arcane Guard has that sort of hierarchy that you might be used to in
Of course it
Aureus.
doesn't.
They all sort of are the same level. It's generally the Arcanists. They do answer up the scale, though. I mean, ultimately, orders.
Do they have a club captain we can speak to?
Not being in the guard myself, I'm not entirely sure. It is a fairly new, put together organization. The closest thing is, I guess,
Where's their club room?
you could perhaps see if Praetor Fogmar would meet with you, as she's the one who's in charge of everything here. So they fall under the jurisdiction of everything.
Well, let's actually locate where the guard are right now. And then if we have to upgrade.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're all throughout the city. They're patrolling. That's what they do.
Administratively, they work out of a room, maybe.
Not entirely sure. They didn't run me by all of the various
Surely
and
there is
sundry.
somebody below Fogmar who decides what they do. No? Wizards. Okay, we'll go try to talk to her.
They're sent out to patrol and use their own discretion. I mean, a well-trained arcanist doesn't necessarily need to blindly follow orders like some sort of military drone. I mean, they can assess their own courses of action and deduce where they
Yes,
need to
and
be.
then they're so decentralized that when people come and need to talk to them, nobody can find them or explain where they are.
Well, I mean, perhaps you should take your concerns further up the chain.
Okay.
Can I see your visitor's pass, please?
I'm Aureus Academy. Our schools work together.
Oh, I see there's a member of the school here. Next time it might be more helpful to let him do the talking.
I did talk. You missed it? Did you miss that?
Oh no, I caught it. I was hoping it would continue.
You'll find that the rest of us are very difficult to shut up. All right.
I agree.
I'm just like back with Katie, like pulling on her robe.
Oh, I'm
so
whispering
hard.
in your ear right now. Hold on.
I suppose I'm well aware of where this crater is, office, etc., etc.
You are.
Okay.
She's basically
Well, then.
she's basically like the dean of the school, essentially.
We're gonna have to go up the big staircase. Oh, okay.
I just whispered this. This was while the information was being passed, but I wanted to whisper in Ziliana's ear. Fogwire was the one who was on Philipper's list that could have like been grim but wasn't grim? And doesn't she like control all the arcane people? Isn't that weird?
What?
Fogmire!
Fogmar.
Fogmar!
Foghorn.
I'm calling her
Too late.
Fogmire!
You mean Leghorn? Professor Leghorn.
Fogmire Town.
I say, I'm the dean. I say,
Maybe. Didn't the dean show up to the, was that the, performance?
Yeah, she was there, and she was on the list. The fella said it could be, they don't get along.
I don't remember that part. But your
You know
memory
what?
is flawless, so I trust you implicitly.
Okay, you should, because I'm so serious about this. She said that she didn't trust her, and like they don't get along. And hold on, and I'll tell you exact words in just a second.
Okay, but here's the thing. We gotta play it cool in there, alright?
well, you're asking for a lot.
Flute, flute,
You
flute,
do
flute.
find your way up upstairs to the offices of the higher ranking Bremerl, the officials there. There is a light on. The door is closed there, but there is a light on behind it, unlike most of the other offices that seem to be dark in the evening.
Remember, all the etiquette requires me to knock. Is this an open entry into like a sub office where I talk to somebody first? What's the?
You would
am I
know
there
that
at all?
there aren't necessarily an extra step of people. I mean, it is polite to knock instead of just barging in, but the door itself isn't like shut. It's just closed like 95% of the way.
Excellent. That I wrap up the chamber door.
Do you come in?
Enter. And I say, please excuse our little rabble. There's quite a few of us.
She kind of looks up, has sort of circular spectacles just sitting like halfway down her nose. There's several different books and scrolls open. Bookcases kind of line the two walls of this reasonably sized square office. There is a large kind of central desk with a very sort of ornate but comfortable looking chair behind it. There are a series of other various non-matching seats out there. It looks like there's enough for 3 other people to sit down. There's also another sort of circular side table here as you come in, and she just sort of sits up and strains herself. Oh, is it Dorn's Geos, right?
Surprised you already have gotten my name from the register.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
no.
Dimitrios.
Your reputation precedes you in this case. Didn't expect to see you so soon,
Wait,
but I did expect to see you.
As soon as she says that, I just look back at everyone else.
I witnessed what you and your group here was able to do earlier tonight, and well, I can say I'm very impressed, and the school is also quite impressed. What brings you here
Well,
to me?
we were hoping to put a nice bow on the events of the evening by locating Bella Breeze, who has either been avoiding us or has gone missing. She may have just spirited away to a safer location, not knowing the outcome. We have one witness says she was with the Arcane Guard and was walking with them. And since the Arcane Guard inevitably report to you, I suppose this is our only current lead.
Ah, yes. Well, hopefully I can close the book on all your questions. Yes, we did take Miss Breeze here. She was wounded, though not gravely so, and we tended to her wounds and just recently parted ways. I spoke with her at some length afterwards, and I think she's well, probably a bit tired, but
Well, then that puts a very nice little bow on our the evening's events. I'd like I suppose that we should talk to her manager in the morning, as it is getting a little bit late. Sorry to have disturbed you with what appears to be a very mundane situation.
No, I mean, it is fortuitous that you come, as it'll save me some time tomorrow. And she just sort of stands up a little bit, and I guess the rest of you as witnesses will help as well. So hereby, as an appointment from Bermeraldi School, you are being elevated to the rank of apprentice here at the school. And given your promise, you will apprentice directly under me.
Wow.
And hopefully you live up to the reputation that you've built for yourself. And in that, your lessons should start, and she sort of goes through and pulls out a book. Lessons should start as soon as possible. So this, she kind of extends out the book to you. This is my spell book from when I was an apprentice, quite a few years previous. Learn everything in there and return to me when you've mastered them all, and perhaps we can move on to something a little bit more substantive. But I do believe that the key to success any arcane practitioner is having a broad vocabulary of spells at your disposal. So give it a start there. Those were the first ones that caught my eye, and therefore likely the most important.
Excellent. I can only endeavor to meet whatever expectation you hold of me.
Wonderful. Well, it seems like you've been quite thorough in your dealings with Miss Breeze, which is commendable. And I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that nobody was gravely hurt in tonight's events, thanks to all of your efforts. And this be seen as a great victory for the Empire and the protection of the city. Should go a long way.
Excellent. I give her the nod bow and say, then we will take our leave. Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful night.
Okay. Out, no questions, go.
I will give her a bit of a bow.
Proper flute this time. What are you talking about?
What was that?
I was a proper flute this time. What are you talking about?
I don't understand you ever.
Okay.
Remember, part of the orchestra, she's trying really hard. It really helps her creative brain to like cement around a metaphor. So versus being a soloist, she's part of the orchestra. We're the orchestra.
Yeah, but
Good
she's always
fluting.
been the percussion.
Well,
Nothing
Anywho.
wrong
Okay.
with percussion. Okay, it gives like a loud.
Like, we're down. I'm going down the
tone
stairs
when
as
it
we're
needs to be
saying all
down.
this.
You're all just like standing there.
No, we're leaving. I would like to go and check back at the theater and make sure that I would like to see Vela Breeze with my own eyes before I go to bed.
If the praetor says that she's been released and is okay, that is good enough for me. And good night to you.
Good night.
No,
I'm going to the theater.
no, you have to come with us because. Oh, I just whispered this to Celiana, but I can whisper it to you. I think that she can't really be trusted, and I know this is weird because she was just like, "Hey, now you're my apprentice," which congratulations, by the way. But
Can we go to the theater? Is this
on
is
the
over?
list? Yes.
Are you questioning the Dracoran Empire's choice for praetor of the school?
No idea what's happening since I've visited my grandparents, okay? There's some smoking weed and stuff and like saying weird things and it's very strange and I don't know who to trust. Do you really want to get into this right now?
No, I don't.
Do you trust me?
Oh, why'd you have to hit me with that? My hero, you killed my person that I hated. That's a hard question. Can
Well, if you do trust me, I trust her, so how's that? Hope that helps you.
Oh,
Good night.
Kezia, do you trust any of us?
yeah.
Okay.
Duh, but it wouldn't answer for me. Good night!
Well,
With outdoors.
I'm pretty sure somebody here trusts Doran, and you trust them, and
I
Doran
didn't
trusts
say I
her.
didn't. I was just like, hey, you gotta be suspicious of everybody because everyone
No.
can be a liar.
Including yourself to yourself.
True. Before I said I was gonna be a flute, that was definitely not a fucking flute. I was a trombone.
Trombone.
That came out wrong, but you know what I'm talking about.
It's like a tram is a mystical monster.
I would like to go to the theater.
I would also like to go to the theater because I too would like to see Villa in person.
All right. So you make your way to the theater. We can sort of fast forward to arrival there. Things are quiet. Most of the lights are off in the theater. It seems like most of the aftermath has been patched up, or at least cleaned up. One of the doors is still broken, but has been fairly surprisingly speedily covered up again. And you return back, and sort of as you make your way into the foyer area there, one of the kobolds comes out. Oh, you're back. They're in the just come on.
Not the
Okay.
one with the sweater.
Not the one with the sweater.
Vest.
I will follow the kobold.
And he leads you back into that original room. And there you see Velabreeze sitting there in sort of much warmer looking, sort of very finely embroidered wool cloak. Looks like it's very soft. And Malthu sitting there seems to be doing some paperwork, and there's kind of a large bag on the table sitting next to him as it's so cold. And they both kind of look up as Vela kind of stands. Oh, we didn't expect to see you till morning, but I'm glad you're here.
Just making sure you got back all right
Yes.
before you went to bed.
Thank
Are
you very much for all your
particularly
efforts.
battle?
Oh no, I'm fine. They saw to my wounds, despite my reluctance, through an abundance of caution, I suppose. The things the city requires of you when you're a person of influence.
Yes, and I mean, if you don't get to burn scars, it burns quickly, they scar.
I'm not overly concerned, but yes. Well, I do appreciate very much all of your efforts, and though I am a bit surprised at the audacity of Mr. Grimm for showing up like that in person, it seems like he's clearly the culprit in all of this, and
I'm not certain that's clear.
Why not?
I mean, we certainly stopped an attempt on your life, but I think that's mostly just because Grimm was, thankfully, a contrary, petty little bastard, and you managed to wriggle your way away from him, and he wanted to take revenge for that. And then we found some snake cultists, which are concerning, but are a separate issue from whoever threatened you. I don't think we figured out who's threatened you yet.
Well, I mean, cultists seem to form around devils and demons and the lot, and isn't that what Mr. Grimm was?
Sure, but the cultist was going on about the snake that will rip out the throat of civilization. I don't think Grimm gave much of a fig either way about civilization, and the cultists certainly weren't the ones that were threatening you, since whoever was threatening you seemed concerned that you were going to somehow corrupt civilization. So if anything, whoever was threatening you wanted to protect civilization so we could rule out the cultists. And Grimm seemed to have purely personal motives.
Well, it's a bit dizzying, but seems you did apprehend all of those, and from what I heard from the Bremeraldi leader, that the cultists were in their custody. Yes?
Yes.
Well, good. Then they shall look into it further, I suppose, and perhaps engage your services.
So you're not concerned?
Well, if there's a larger snake coming after me, then I'm not sure what to say.
Well, I mean, yes, who isn't afraid of a giant snake? But
I find them quite beautiful, actually, but
okay, we're getting off track. My point is just that you hired us to stop a threat against your life, and while we did in fact stop 2 different threats against your life, I am not convinced that any of them were the threat that we were hired to stop.
so you think there's yet a third threat against my life?
Like a triple threat.
Like a triple threat.
This all seems perhaps a bit too much for tonight, Villa, and I'm sure all of you have had quite a long day. Perhaps we count this evening as a victory and leave it at that for now. And from what it sounds like, the authorities have this well in hand, and we know how to re-engage with the rest of you should we need. And I can only assume that your cooperation with whatever ongoing investigation will lead to other insights into all of this.
Of course, we are at your service, and I will do a proper soldier's bow.
Well, since you have so wonderfully accomplished protection services we asked, though the event wasn't able to complete, the ticket sales were able to complete, and as non-refundable, your cut of tonight's performance is here and in full. If you'll just sign here upon receipt, you can count it if you want. It's all here.
I'll pick up the pen, but what am I signing exactly?
I'm gonna teleport in so I can get my share.
It's basically business papers invoice saying X amount paid in full. Basically, you sign it saying they paid me, and now they have a piece of paper that says
we paid you. Okay.
We paid you.
I will sign it.
All right.
I will sign it
a receipt.
to.
Skip it.
Although, Ms. Breeze, if I could ask you one, well, just one question right now.
Of course.
I know that you're working with some of the city council to kind of reduce the amount of magic that's used in the city, and I can't help but wonder it was the use of our talents and resources that helped save you tonight.
Well, I think it's a testament to your training and ability to do so. You were all groomed and very finely taught these things. If anyone else had been there, just more haphazardly going about things, there could have been casualties. I think it's perhaps argues its own case that the general public doesn't need this sort of power, that there are people like yourselves that are very capable and able to protect them, and that...
I mean, not everyone gets formal training, but people have to start somewhere.
Well, they do. That's what these schools are for.
Not everybody went to these schools.
Right. Not everyone needs to.
Sign my name to what she remembers of a curtsy,
right.
I guess.
Apologies.
Theater cat.
I think Doran wouldn't mind if I signed on his behalf, and I put like a little like flower, like in the middle of one of the O's or something.
And I'm just having a restless night. Oh no.
Not the flowers again.
Like in like some like ivy, like like an ivy accent and whatnot.
I would like to
Casey?
give Bella the biggest hug ever,
Oh my god.
and then sign my name.
All right.
Oh, and I'm sorry for going through your belongings. We really didn't have any there, so I'm not really sure why I'm bringing this up, but I'm bringing it up anyway. But I went to your room, and like, there was a pigeon there, and I thought it was weird, and I thought you were taking out Trevor and Cash, and then we went to the square, and then you don't need to know this. All right, thanks. Sorry, bye.
She just gives you this like wide-eyed, like quizzical look, and as you hug her, she does kind of like recoil a little bit, and you can tell that she's sort of nursing her shoulder just a little bit, and she kind of winces a little bit as you squeeze. And just the rest of you see her kind of like look over your shoulder, Katia, towards Malthu, and Malthu's just like gives like this big eye roll, and she just kind of nods. Thank you.
Okay, well, this has been great. Pleasure working with you. I'm going to pick up the money and I'm going to usher everybody, specifically Katie, out of the room.
And you can hear there being, as you're sort of leaving, the door starts closing. You can hear Malthu start. Well, they were looking for you, and I just like starting to like go into some explanation afterwards as the money seems to be all in good accord. This is 500 gold pieces, paid in full.
Nice.
Okay.
And with all
I'm
of
just
this,
gonna stick this in party loot for right now.
you also gain 5 points of renown within the city. You had 1 previously.
So it's 5 each.
5 each. So you're now, if you have not used your renown for anything, you now all have 6 points total.
Oh.
As you can see, your stature has considerably increased due to your various actions.
Alfie,
Regarding
ow,
renown,
ow.
my apprenticeship, is that part of the renown?
It's sort of a symptom of it. It's not. It doesn't cost you renown, right? To have
Okay,
that.
that's what I was asking.
It's just like indicative of your increase in.
Okay.
I have added the 500 gold to the party loot, and I'm also updating everybody's reputation totals to reflect what we just got.
Okay. This means that I'm like, unless if we're splitting this evenly, I only have 200 more gold to go in
Well,
10,
I will give the
10 days.
Ziliana.
I will give the 200 gold to Ziliana. Ugh.
Okay, what if we
Ziliana.
pay off your debt to you, but then you're in debt to us?
Ziliana,
Uh-huh.
you saw what happened when we were in the square. And regardless of Trelmar and Kesh's motives, we have gained tonight a fair amount of renown. It is possible that if some of us go and talk to, for example, the Grey Pike Merchants Consortium, that we may be able to get you out of your debt in a different way.
You also must keep in mind.
Every time I go adventuring, I use this product.
We have to become influencers!
You must keep in mind that though it is possible to gain renown in some ways, you can get the opposite of renown if you do not do things that you should do. And I think in culture here it is very frowned upon to not pay your debts. So I think it would be wise if we do pay debts, whether we get money in some other way or not.
I'm not suggesting that Ciliana reneges on her debt. I'm suggesting that there is a power differential right now between the loan broker and her that if we get some of the Grey Pike Consortium on our side may disappear, and which means that when she pays off the debt, it stays gone.
Well, that I understand. But I think whatever we decide to do, the debt must be paid, and if he comes after us again, then the power dynamic is, it is fair game. I think it is bad to use power. Say, well, I am very well known. I do not need to pay you anymore. I think that is, it is bad luck for anybody.
But I could maybe use some of our reputation to get some cold hard gold.
It is true.
And
That would
pay
be that
off.
would be a good use, perhaps.
I think that right now, as much as I love abstract thinking, really concretely paying off a debt would probably be better. So, but I only have a little bit left, and maybe there will be some other famous person we save, right? Like isn't that how adventuring works? Because we're heroes now. Yep, your silence is a taciturn agreement with what I've just said.
Okay, we must go to sleep. I have sensation of coming increase of my abilities in battle. We must go rest.
Okay.
Anybody disagree?
I would like to see my goats. Billy and Tio.
Oh, Teal the Goat. This is an interesting name.
I know. Yes.
Is this an origin story?
I haven't milked them at all. They're both girls. Okay. So we go off to our respective places. Or I guess I'm going to mine.
Just
I
to
also.
just to alleviate confusion in about 30 seconds, have you agreed to rendezvous again at some later date somewhere?
Nope.
She cackles. Oh, I'm fine with bringing things to individual party members, but
Right. Well, I guess what are next steps, right? Like, we need to take care of the box. Maybe we should go to Bremeraldi.
I think we agree to go to Bremeraldi in the morning to deal with the box.
Right.
all right. Easy enough. You're all able to return to wherever you may call home.
I would like
Achieve.
to go with Liliana if she allows.
You want to sleep with my goats?
I mean, it's not
They're
really that I
gross.
want to sleep with the ghosts. I just don't want to be alone.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't mind you can, share my cot with me and stuff like that, or,
I just meditate.
Oh, right. I forget. There were some people in my circle that did that, and it was a little unnerving sometimes. But that's fine. Yeah, you could do that. And then, yeah, that'd be fine. Just don't watch me while I'm sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
It is very weird.
I don't do that.
Okay. All right. So, we go back to the tavern, and again, like, sheepishly, I know I wasn't here today. I'm really sorry. Like, to the barkeep, I'll make it up. I had some goat cheese straining. It's gonna be ready tomorrow morning. It's gonna be so good. Go back, start a little fire.
Burn the place to the ground.
In my camping fire, and tuck in.
Hard to roleplay.
Cuddling my
emotions. It's fine.
Easy enough. So a long rest is achieved.
Noise.
We've done it, team.
It only took. Let's see.
An hour and 43 minutes.
God.
That's about what I thought. You guys are harder to put to bed than a toddler. I gotta bribe you. You'll level up. You'll do it. Full hit points back. Spell slots. Come on, guys. No, not to. You can't go to Modstein's. Again, you go there all the time. So morning comes and you meet back at Bremeraldi, looking more powerful, slightly more healthy somehow.
I have to head over to the school unless somebody's picked up my share. I'm sorry, the theater.
It was all given as a lump sum.
Yeah.
Casey,
Yes.
how would I go about turning these points of renown into an armor upgrade?
Well, you can spend them sort of as gold. Depends on what you want and all of that. That's good. That's good, like downtime between sessions stuff, unless you particularly want to RP it out.
I don't necessarily want to RP it as much as I'm concerned for my well-being being in a party with Kadia.
What?
There is no armor that can protect you from Cadia.
I understand this.
Some steel-plated earmuffs.
Yeah.
This armor's hermetically sealed, so I can get in there and.
Yeah, there's this giant hamster ball that has blindness and deafness cast on the inside of it. That's about your best bet.
I'll take it.
Unless you're near water.
I have a question. That is spell related.
Yes.
D&D Beyond is not letting me do it. Okay. I thought that because I can only have 8 or use 8 spells, but I know 9 spells. Like
I don't think that's how bards work.
That's
not
not
how
on the
bards
table it says that I know 4 first level, 2 second level, and 2 third level. I thought that I could take another second level spell.
Those are your slots.
Yes, I know, but
Though you can know however many of whatever level you want. You gain 1 new spell every time you level, and every time you level, you can switch out an old spell for a new spell of a level that you can cast.
I know, but it's not letting me. Like, it won't.
What do you mean
let
it's
me
not letting
choose
you?
another second level spell. It's
Probably
only
because
letting
you
me
need to choose to unlearn another spell.
No.
Oh,
We can-
I
okay.
can
Do it.
learn a
We can-
third.
Let's do this on break.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Let's do this on break.
I'm adding the 100 gold. Thank you all for holding this today.
Okay, I will remove 100 gold from.
Oh,
I will also.
I have some
take my gold.
additional scrolls I need to scrap. I was up very late
Hold on a
last
second, I
night
need to
working on
refresh
this
Roll20.
book of that was given to me by my brand new master. That's right, Praetor apprentice. That's me. Praetor's apprentice. It's pretty much like an honor roll situation.
I think though I would like to drop off my 200 gold before I have 200 because Kadia gave me 100 earlier.
How much do you
Pace.
still owe?
I still owe 200 more after this.
Okay, so I am going to strike this 500 gold from the party loot. All of us has 100 gold.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want to quickly run to that part of the city and drop off my next installment.
Perfect timing. I
Two.
resummon Emperor Stanmore for 10 gold. Or is it 20?
Nice. Yeah, so easy enough to drop off the payment. It's met quite jubilantly by your shark friend. The encounter goes just as unctuously as you might have feared. Is there anything specific you want to say or do there, or is this sort of just bookkeeping?
I would like a receipt, please. Just like the last time, if I could.
Anything for you, love. Fills out, just like opens the book and tears out a page. He's got all of these like forms and signs it off, fills out the amount. Your lovely signature goes here.
Flowers and ivy. Yes.
There you go. It's a pleasure doing business with you, as always.
Bye. And as you, there's like a dirt cloud that, like, after Ziliana, she just like leaves and runs out.
All right.
Okay. All right. That's done.
And back up to Bremeraldi. You all go and reconvene.
Welcome.
Hello, apprentice.
Praetor's apprentice is the correct term, but I like where your head's at, so good. So we
Yeah,
have a
I
box and we have
I
a-
thought you would. People like hearing like their names and titles and stuff. So I thought it would be,
Well, I mean, you do me honor by honoring me correctly. So there you go.
Yeah. We agree.
I can't help but notice we have two possible things we can get to today. This box is awfully mysterious, etc., etc. Or, also, as was brought up last night at a weird hour, we could always check out the devil's, homestead.
I want to do that for personal reasons, so yes.
I think it is probably wise to do box first because there is living creature inside box.
Well, it's been days. It might not. Who knows?
I think
That is the
I would
concern.
actually say that Grim would be the first, because there's already the danger that somebody has gotten there first. So I think we do Grim first, and because if the thing in there was going to die, it's probably already dead.
Well, no, that is not true. It has only been a day and a half since we have taken box. But any extra day without water, if it is a creature that is a good creature, it is in more and more danger each passing day,
I feel like
At
I've
least
been
it's
locked in a
really
box
down. There's some
before.
Grim's-
good in the box, since the box was squawking and infernal.
Yes, but the Grim is a potential threat, and the box is a already known. We know something's it. We don't know that something's at Grim's that's going to be bad. We also don't know that somebody's going to go there first. We also don't know that we have jurisdiction, as it might fall under the Dracoran Empire's investigation, as Grim committed a vicious, very public crime. But the box, we got free reign. Look at this room. Woo! I say we crack it open.
Okay.
Cool, if
Yeah.
you don't mind.
Mind what?
Crack it open.
Are we in room now?
But that's why we're reconvening. Yes, here at Bremeraldi School.
So you can make
How-
your way down to the vaults underneath in the room that it has been locked and
Yeah, I kept
stored
the key.
in.
What is best way to crack open box, do we think?
Just-
Oh, that was me. That was my job. Remember? Because you couldn't open it unless you want to try and open it again. That was fun.
I mean, I can open it, but I worry that my way of opening it will damage the creature inside box. So we need perhaps more deft way to open box.
Remember that spell when we were underwater? Oh my god, do you remember when we went underwater?
No,
Oh
I
my
do not remember only on underwater. Please tell me from start to finish the entire situation.
Okay, well, there was a
No,
shrine
actually,
there.
I realize who I'm making this joke to. Please open box.
Using a spell.
Using whatever you deem necessary to open box.
I will make sure that the room is secured from the inside before this spell resolves. I'm like, oh wait, click.
Locking yourself into the room.
Excellent.
The room is 10 feet by 15 feet, so it's not huge, just so you all know. You occupy just about all the space in it. There's sort of this long stone table in the center. It's about 6 feet long. And this metallic reinforced chest sits just where you left it there. Occasionally it just sort of shifts a little bit.
It's not dead.
I have one question before I use this. Is it one lock mechanism, or is it more than one?
There is a large, very beefy padlock on the front of it that's sort of inlaid into the actual sort of shape and workings of the box itself. This lock was custom designed for this thing. That's all you see on it.
Can I inspect the lock? to see if I know if it is just a one mechanism thing or does it have multiple.
Make an investigation roll, please.
6, I have no idea. Knock knock.
Okay, you knock on the case. The rattling intensifies. Or do you cast knock?
Oh, I cast the spell.
Okay. So as you cast knock on the lock itself, you all are sort of knocked back a little bit by this very loud booming noise, which kind of reverberates through the whole school. You can only imagine that the shot just like pulls back, and everyone in the library just sort of like looks up, like looks around for a second, and then
Goes back to scribbling.
and then just goes back as this
Happens
muffled
every
like
10 minutes.
yeah, large explosions and that sort of thing aren't the most uncommon thing at the wizard school. So going, and with that, the lock opens.
Yeah, step back.
All right. Truthful and I will step forward.
I can also use Mage Hand to maybe lift the lid.
I think
We're
that's probably a
close,
good
Laura.
idea. It's still a good
Alright.
idea for us to be between the box
Sure.
and everybody else.
But that way you don't have to like. You can be like weapons at the ready, and I can.
Yeah, I've got my shield out.
Yeah. So I summon my Mage Hand. This glowing, branchy thorn type hand reaches out and slowly starts to lift the lid.
All right, the lock displaced and open. You go and grasp onto the lid as all you ready your weapons to. We don't know. The lid begins to open, and you can see there's this sort of glowing light, not like bright, brilliant. There's a faint glow coming inside as the lid opens. The mage hand kind of struggles with the weight of the lid itself, but is able to go it. And as it opens, you all look inside and see a 5-minute break.
I knew it was coming.
I didn't know that 5-minute breaks glowed.
They do, because they're filled with ice cream typically. So let's enjoy our 5-minute break here, and then we will see what's in the box. And we finally answer the questions. You never give us any treasure, even though we ignore it and just leave it sitting in rooms.
That's not true. Sometimes you give us god swords to possess people.
It's true.
You're gonna love this one.
And sometimes you give us swords that we then chase like 3 other quests before finally getting to the sword.
Or a magic item that rips open a portal to the Shadowfell.
In the middle of the boss fight.
In the middle of the final boss fights.
Oh, that was so good.
Good time.
Oh god, my
I think
blood
about
pressure
this stuff
still
to the
has
elders a
not
lot.
returned.
Cool. Well, stay tuned. We will be back in 5-ish minutes, and we will see what's in the box.
It's in the box.
my circle of the shepherd druid, if she ever goes down, all of these animals suddenly coming and surrounding her. It's like the coolest feature of this subclass, I think.
Everyone's like trying to heal you. They're like, fucking sheep. Oh, good. She's buried in boa constrictors. Like, awesome. Cool. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Thanks.
What's in the box? I know what's in the box. It's also in my notes. But I need to find where in my notes. I mean, I know what it is, like, off the top of my head, but... cool. So... Are we ready to continue? Let's find... right. All right. As the box itself lid is peeled back by Basiliana's mage hand, you see this faint sort of almost like electric Slimer green type glow, very muted, and you see rising ever so tentatively up from the center of the box itself is a skull. It's glowing, and the bottom part of it is dripping. The eyes are very much filled with this sort of same greenish energy and kind of like roll somewhat disjointedly to each other, looking around at times, like going off in different directions and sometimes crossing and going as they come back. Made of pure energy. The teeth itself in the jaw are either covered with some sort of tarnished gold or brass or something else like that, as they are very much a different color than the rest of the skull itself, as it just kind of floats up. And you can see from inside it and underneath it and around it, it just gives off this sort of greenish, almost fluorescent green glow. And it does appear that there are other items below it in the chest, but it sort of goes and spins kind of on its axis and then up a little bit around, looking around as the eyes just sort of take everything in, doing a little somersault as you all ready your weapons. What would you like to do?
I turn to Rhea. Can we keep it?
Called it.
Growth Cole, why?
It is smaller than me.
Growth Cole, I'm smaller than you.
Well, did
They already
keep
get to keep you.
We need to get you like a kitten.
I'm listening.
As you all sort of look around bewildered and somewhat reticent to each other, it finally stops spinning, sort of focusing on you, Gruthkul, as you say, "Can we keep it?" And then you just hear it. And then it closes up again, and then sort of shrinks back down a little bit into the box, and you can just see the two eyes just peering out above the box at all of you.
Can I reach out a hand and see how it reacts?
It slides, seeing your hand kind of recoils a little bit, and then sort of hovers up and over, and as it does, a little bit of that mucusy green stuff drips down from it, and you just feel this burning sensation as the top of your skin begins to singe a little bit, as it's seems like the substance is incredibly caustic. You take 1 point of acid damage as it just sort of hovers above you.
I'd like to roll an Arcana to see if this is a creature I should be well aware of.
Go for it.
Or item, possibly. Something like that. Click. Wow. I've rolled a natural 20 for a 27.
Very nice. So, looking at this, and immediately,
No?
immediately as you, I know this master of secrets. Looking down at it, this is something that you researched and took in at great length. You're not quite sure of why your motivation for doing it was, but it was something that sort of stuck in your mind. This appears to be some form of embodiment of an arcanist who has performed some sort of ritual that when you die, your essence or your being is able to retreat into some other vessel. This is akin to
It's
a quest for like lichdom, but in a much sort of more introductory sense. And you know that most of the time rituals like this don't go the way the original caster thinks, and so there are sometimes unexpected side effects to things. In that the creature may be transferred in the ritual but like lose part of its mental capacity, or perhaps not be conjured into whatever vessel they think and end up in something else. It's a process that's generally looked at by those who sort of write about it and think about it as something that only a mad person would ever try to do, because no one really has figured out how to do it correctly, and
This is too dangerous, right?
yeah, it's too dangerous.
All right. So, is this considered an undead creature or an object that stores a soul?
It is very much a creature.
I see. Well, unless I'm mistaken, and well, so far that's never happened. This is some sort of ritual to preserve the soul of the creature. Some sort of magic user who is at either the end of his life or chose to end his life prematurely in order to now inhabit what we're looking at. Of course, such rituals are dismissed by the wise and the educated as madness, because it never goes quite as intended, regardless of what we might see in whatever literature is kind of promoting it. We have now the living essence of an animated buffoon.
Do you have a name?
My name?
Three letters, three letters, three letters, three letters.
Eatless Hoid.
That's not three letters.
Would you like to spell your name?
EDELIS.
We cannot allow the DM to control this creature longer than necessary, so we must just...
No, I want to see where this goes.
No one wants that.
I do.
All of you are here with me. Where is us?
Where do you think we are?
Pinch me, I think I'm still meditating.
The Bremeraldi School. I know that smell anywhere. Acrid
familiar with-
burning.
Are you familiar with the Briveraldi School?
I've been here. I can smell it.
Were you a student?
I don't recall. There's a ship. Where's the ship?
Berthel, remind me where we found this box.
And we found box in the room where the little girl was that did crazy things.
Uh-huh. No, it's
Mhm.
just for reference, everybody. Do y'all hear that?
Okay. Just for
Why are
reference,
you
though,
pointing that out?
she did keep it locked up in box.
Who? Who
Her
locked
name
me in
was-
the box?
Don't
Her
worry,
name-
she's
Her
dead.
name was Dima. She is a small, grumpy little emo girl with crazy little, wackiness. So she was such character.
Dima.
She's dead.
She betrayed me.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
It
What-
is
what-
hard
What
to
were you two
believe.
doing before she betrayed you?
We were so muddled. She bought them from me. What did I sell her? Where was I selling it? There was the boat. The bones. The bones! She bought the bones from me.
You like
Wait.
a skull thing when she bought them,
Did-
or like did you have
did-
a?
Did she buy your bones or the bones of other people you possessed?
Not people. Not my bones. Who would sell their bones?
This is a great question. What bones did she buy from you?
Exotic bones. Wing bones.
Oh, to make
Bone
dragon.
daughter.
To make dragon. Okay.
But
Where did?
she said, I remember. No, I don't.
You can do it. I believe in you.
The bones.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts the ears. Make it stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I
never
use
mind
Mage
that.
Hand to pet it on the head, kind of. Just. Is that? Oh, do you not? If you don't like that, let me know.
The Dima, she said, after our business, she said one meeting, she said that my head, she liked the shape, and then she removed it and kept it, but she did not know that I'd still be inside. I planned for this. Planned so long I don't remember for this. I knew she'd take my head, or my bones, or my head bones. And here, where is it? Did you take it from me? Do you have
Honey,
it?
we just got here.
Take what? Take what? What did? What are you
Where
missing?
is it?
Where is what?
My crown.
Is it in box? You look beneath.
My crown is in the box.
Would you like me to put crown on you?
Yes.
Kruthkul, no.
I'm gonna reach into the box and get out the
No.
crown. What does the crown look like?
So looking at it, it's a fairly ostentatious gold circlet, and it has what look to be emeralds kind of inlaid in it, large sort of rectangular shaped faceted emeralds. There's two smaller ones and then one kind of much larger one there, and it kind of comes down to a band that does look about the correct size to sit.
Can you tell me what crown does? Is it just aesthetic choice? You are stylish skull, or it is as practical use?
It makes me the king of
Okay.
my kingdom.
Grithko, before the coronation, if you don't mind,
Okay, I'm listening.
I would like to very much identify that which you are trying to place on a skull. Also,
Maybe
I want to-
identify. Sorry, go ahead.
Also want to point out that what you're holding will likely take care of Ziliana's debt problem. So before you go ahead and bestow such things upon
Oh.
such creature,
Well, if he becomes king, he probably can pay off Ziliana's debt as well.
I'm not even going to entertain that thought.
What
Then
other kind of
I owe
kings?
him. It's a never-ending cycle. We wanna.
This is not a him. This is a
But,
was.
Mr. Hoyd, could we possibly
Your
identify
Majesty!
Your Majesty, could we possibly identify Crown?
This is my crown.
Oh, that's his agreement then. I give it to Torrent to identify.
Have I heard this name
Yeah.
before?
Keep,
Make a history check.
continue to keep it occupied as I need to do the ritual.
17.
There is an old wives' tale of a man named Aeolus, wizard of the swamp, a disreputable fellow, who lives in Tacitmire Glade. Which Tacitmire Glade is the sort of swampy area off to the west of the main sort of Vesular Island, which is flooded a large portion of the time. Nobody really lives there unless they're trying to hide something. There was a very long time ago a fortification that was set up there, but it sank into the swamp.
And then I built it again. That's like it was.
Then it one burned down and fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
What the fourth one stood.
Out of character, to confirm, Holly, do you remember? I can't remember what campaign it was. We went into a witch's house or something, and there was a skull just like this. Is this the same one? Do you not remember?
That's the face of. I definitely recognize it. Look at it.
Does it
That's
have
an
a
immediate
beard?
No.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
then I want to look through all my books, but
No, don't worry about it. You would have to look from like start to finish for
yeah, I know.
all campaigns.
Given the time, it's going to take me, I believe, 11 minutes to. Let me see. Identify takes 11 minutes. As a ritual, it takes 21 minutes.
So, Mr. Hoyd,
Your Majesty!
Your Majesty,
Oh, I've heard of that tale. Oh my god, you guys. You know the island over there?
We're on an island.
But like that other island over there where like nobody goes in Vesular?
Each one of us is an island.
Emotionally.
Definitely. Anyways, I've just heard that name before. It's a wizard! Oh!
Was a wizard.
That is... Wait. If you die and or don't have your body anymore, do you not want to be called a wizard anymore?
Your
Why did we ask him?
Majesty!
There you go.
Where is my body? Have you found it? I much want it.
We haven't been looking.
Demon
Ah.
arts and crafts with a lot of bones. So
No, she wouldn't have gotten it. I hid it.
After I lost
Do you-
my
Why?
where did you hide your body?
I don't
wait a minute, she cut off your
remember.
head and then you hid your body?
Yes, as a precaution.
Why? What does that do?
Makes it so the crazy bone woman doesn't take your bones and make them into things.
Okay, that's fair.
She would have too.
I know.
Do you know she made a dragon out of those bones you gave her?
It makes sense. They were dragon bones.
Yeah.
Where'd you get dragon bones?
A dead dragon.
But like, haven't they been like gone for like a while?
Not if you find them.
The Buckwild characters have the most logical answers, and that makes it more Buckwild.
Where'd you find a dragon?
Ah, secrets. I don't remember.
That makes it a secret from all of us.
I need my body. I will pay you handsomely
With
a
what?
king's ransom.
What?
All my wealth for my body. Bring
How
me
much?
to my
How much
body. I don't remember.
Here's the thing. I whisper back. I go. I know he's hard up, but this doesn't seem like a good deal.
This doesn't seem great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you lost your body and you had opportunity to bargain for, you would hope that other people help you get your body back.
Sure,
No,
but I also wouldn't have become a floating green lich skull.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
that is because you do not have capability. Instead, you have.
You don't know what I can do. I don't even know what I can do. I wake up some mornings and I can do things that nobody can explain.
Wait, you're telling me that you wake up and suddenly you can do strange magical
Lol,
things?
like, I can explain it.
I don't know. I was just like, I was a normal person, and then I woke up and suddenly I could summon up magical
Rhea,
reflections of myself.
Rhea, I
Don't
do
know
not.
why.
I do not wish to. You were never a normal person.
Ouch.
No, it is not a bad thing. None of us are normal people. We are all exceptional in the things we do. And even Kadia.
It's a nice crown.
Go on.
Kadia is. She is.
Not normal.
Mhm.
Who wants to be normal? What is
Probably-
normal?
Abby somebody.
maybe there's a new normal we're all seeking right now. Oh.
Personally,
Anyway,
I'm seeking the normal that we are RPing right now, where 5 people who don't live together could go out into public and do things together.
so how's it going over there with the crowd?
There's
How do
a
you
boat.
put your head?
Are you doing 10 minutes in real time? Come on. Please don't do 10 minutes in real time.
How do you like separate your head and your body,
You gotta
but
keep
still
them
have
separated.
a mind?
Hey.
How do you keep your mind when they're still attached?
Well, I don't. You see, like I flip flop
No, that's not
personalities every
gonna be
2
close.
seconds because I'm a person that's not normal.
You will be my first subject.
Subject. I am nobody's subject.
I am
I do
your
not-
king. Help me find my body and you could be my queen.
We already have a
Oh.
queen.
So you are
there's an
somebody's subject then,
empress.
Kadia.
No. There's the empress. That's our queen.
So you are her subject.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, but I'm making a point to this talking head over here.
It's like technically, but I won't let that logic stop me.
You are correct in every imaginable way. But other than
Go
that,
on, I welcome this.
Do you need your body?
Yes. Yes.
Then why shan't I have mine?
I don't know.
I mean,
you're the
you
one
seem
who
to be doing pretty
separated it.
okay.
You hid your own body there. I don't know. So I guess
mean-
you didn't need it.
How do you know your body wants you back?
I know my body. We spent many years together.
Some good
Well,
self-love right there.
Things change, people grow apart.
Did.
Literally.
We are a people.
What if your body already has a new head?
Not possible.
How do you know?
'Cause I am the greatest head, and it is the greatest body. It would not settle for less than me.
But it doesn't
How do you
have
know
to-
that my body is not your
Your body is not the greatest.
I don't know. I rather like my body.
doesn't have a mind without you. It doesn't know what to think.
I think for it. Therefore, it thinks I am the greatest.
Where is it?
I
Where's your
don't
body?
remember the ship in the mud.
Ship in the mud. Is that part of the tale? Is there anything about a ship in the tale? No, this is a DM question.
Ask Ollie.
Not specifically as part of the tale. You do know the area, the Tacitmire Glade, is home to all manner of various wrecked ships. Before the flood, a very, very, very long time ago, the area was substantially more underwater than it was, or than it is now. And it was a very large navigational hazard for ships. So there are all manner of wrecks in there. And then also, nowadays with tides and such, it's very easy if you take like a small boat or something in there to get it like trapped in an area as the tide recedes and it's just stuck in the mud and goes back. So many a vessel has been consumed by the mire itself.
When we were underwater, didn't we see a ship? Or no? Am I making that up? I didn't make it up.
I mean, it's not uncommon that we would see ships.
It's but like specifically stuck in the mud.
Oh,
Why are we entertaining its words?
because we're waiting for you to
Because?
finish your ritual.
Well, I have to wait for the DM to say it's finished.
The ritual has completed.
Hey, there we go. Hey, is this thing magical and stuff?
The crown itself is not specifically magical. However, it is linked to something that is magical.
So this is a component to the ritual and will further the head's
Specifically,
initial-
you it is connected towards abjuration and conjuration. And it's some sort of identification type device.
So it will likely further the creature's reconstruction, if you want to call it that. Although I find that that's too neutral of a word. What's a better way of putting it? Profane.
Do you have anything
integration.
else in box with you, Edith? Your
Yeah.
Majesty?
This will likely conjure something we don't like. Since when do we treat with skeletal things?
I mean, it's kind of
Riches!
entertaining. He's like saying that he's a king and all. If we don't find his body, oh, actually, he didn't threaten us yet, did he?
I'll kill you all if you don't help me find my body!
Okay, where do you
But
want us to go to
how?
find your body?
Mr. Edith, is there anything else in box with you?
Your Majesty!
Your
Your Majesty.
Majesty.
Is there anything else in box with you?
Yes.
What what else is in box with you?
I don't know.
Is it your body? Is your body in the box?
No.
Oh,
Come out the box.
Floats up over the box.
Please go to a couple of feet to side of box.
Those little drips. They're not like devouring the stone, but they do sizzle a little bit as they go over.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm gonna look in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right. There is a smaller box in the box, made of wood. It's maybe about that big.
A smaller head comes up.
you usurped me throne!
It was treasure, but now that's what it is.
I'm gonna take this box out of the box.
All right.
What's in the box?
All right. As
Another
you
smaller box.
as you open it, there is a sort of diamond shaped, not like diamond like you think of as like a cut gemstone, but like, you know, a rhombus shaped, flat,
Rhombus.
flat,
Rhomboid.
very shiny, very highly polished, greenish black stone. It's kind of like black, but then has like that green sort of sheen to it. And just sort of sitting there in a wrapped around with some sort of linen that doesn't look like it's decayed or shows any signs of age.
Okay. I hand that across to Doran as well. Is there anything else in box number 1 or box number 2?
There is a satchel, small sort of pouch over in one corner that looks like it has. There's lots of sort of pitted and little burned, sort of acid corroded away holes in the bag itself. In the other corner.
What is in this pouch?
As you pick it up, the bottom kind of disintegrates out, and you have sort of in your hand the wreck of old sort of leather pouch, and spilling forth from it is a collection of small sort of kind of like pencil eraser sized clear gems.
I think that these are money gems.
Money gems, the best kind of gems.
I scoop them into a pocket for later.
All right, you managed to collect about 15 of them.
Estimated monetary value?
They look to you like diamonds, and
Oh.
they're all very pristinely like cut, and like they look like the perfect sort of like little miniature versions of the Hope diamond. I mean, you're not a jeweler, so you don't know exactly appraisal, but they have value.
They have value.
So
You want to unlock?
I will add them to party loot as 15 question mark GP gems. Parentheses, they have value.
To be honest with you, Laurent, I think that we should give him his crown.
Did you not hear the part where?
I know,
further
I
evidence
heard you, but we are in safe room.
Did Kadia say that this was an evil wizard that lived in a swamp, had dealings with a necromancer underneath the city,
Specifically-
expected to lose its head, is looking for its body, threatened to kill us when we mentioned how it didn't. What else do you need? I'm sorry.
So it is not evil wizard. Those wizards are disrepute,
what?
you know? Disrepute and evil are different things, you know?
I mean, they certainly are different words.
That is all that matters.
He wasn't just an unpopular fellow. That's not exactly what happens.
Look, there is clearly something going on. We do not know exact specifics of this magic, and it is a good learning experience for all of us. We are in safe room, locked.
I'm sorry. What experience are you learning from?
Well, I have never, had floating skull with crown. Have you?
Yes. What have you learned? What have you learned?
That there is a crown and it's going to do something we put on its head.
But you don't know what, right?
Yes.
And I told you it's a bad thing. But
But
you
you are
wanna
only
proceed.
you are only apprentice. I cannot listen to you.
I am the apprentice, and you
Oh,
should
you are the
listen to me.
apprentice.
Personally, I'm gonna take Doran's advice on the arcane over just about anybody else's.
Look, this is not a going to be. Oh, look, things are getting better in the whole world if we give them this help or this circuit.
That is
this
true.
crown will likely cause problems. All right, so let me put it to maybe terms you understand. The undead hierarchy gets more and more powerful as you read further and deeper into the tomes that talk about things. Currently, he's at this level. What do you think the crown's going to do? Make him weaker, or listen to me, follow me on this.
So,
Make them more dangerous. Now,
so
are you
so
not?
you should put on crown.
No, it's not part of a ritual I've been involved with. Do you understand? Oh, migraine.
Wizards
be
are
honest with
far
you-
more interesting than I ever thought. I should have more wizard friends, actually.
So,
now that I'm thinking
so to
about
me,
it.
when I get magic, magic is just means of an end to smite the non-believer. I mean, to deliver divine justice down
Just
upon those.
Bring it down another notch.
To smite the non-believer.
Nope, that's up again.
Look, if you want to give him the crown, that's fine. I'm gonna go outside, lock you guys in. We'll come up with a code so that I can unlock the door if it's safe.
Oh god, we're all dying. Is that the code?
I think that's the
Whatever
code for
you
Doran to
do,
walk away.
Do not let me out, no matter how much I beg.
Is nobody else curious about the crown and the skull?
Not
There's better
really.
ways to.
I am
research
only
such things.
curious person about Edith, His Majesty.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of things I'm curious about, but I'm not necessarily going to do them. This
Like what?
This is. Well, I mean,
Don't give an example. That's a
I-
trap.
I just not gonna say here. It's well, anyway. That's right, Dor. It's a trap. But I'm curious, but I'm not enough to do it because this is not natural. Things that die need to stay dead. For the most
I never
part.
died. I took my own life.
Well, that's you do. It's your life. You do what you want with it. But I
Put me back.
weirded out. We don't know where to put you back. This is weird.
Bring me to my body.
You don't know where your body is.
I
How do
do.
you separate your body from your skull? If your skull is part of your body,
I could show you, but your friends won't help me if I do.
I don't want you to show me. It sounds like a really gross, like... Did you hack it off yourself?
No, Dima did.
Oh.
I'm the victim.
Nope. You knew
Okay, okay,
exactly what
Hold
you
on.
were doing.
Just one moment, okay? This is key thing. Did you
Mhm.
cause yourself to become this floating skull, or did Dima?
Which answer will help you get my body back?
The
Uh,
truth.
f- Truth.
Dima separated my head from my body. I stayed in both.
Wait. Your body talks too?
Now,
I'm not gonna bring up that this one's already an admitted dragon bone merchant.
are you looking to buy?
Okay. You don't have your own body, but you have some dragon bones somewhere.
I have lots of dragon bones.
Okay. I do
Except
not
for the
think
wing
owning-
bits.
Owning
Why
and
don't you
selling
have the
dragon
wing
bones,
bits?
because she sold them to Dima.
Dima
Owning
bought
and
the wing
selling
bits.
dragon bones is not in and of itself illegal, I think.
Is buying and selling dragon bones illegal?
There's no precedent for it.
It's probably fine.
Doran,
Yes.
quietly. If we could, I mean, I could maybe. I mean, is it powerful enough to dispel magic on that skull?
This spell is already a creature. There's a spirit inhabiting the skull. Make no mistake, what we're facing is a threat.
What if we do it on the crown?
The crown is a component piece, much like incense for your spells or diamonds for mine. Oh, by the way, I only need those diamonds.
Your Majesty, when did you create this crown?
It was a gift
From who?
from me to myself.
God damn it!
What
This-
does crown do?
Crown keeps me safe. I have no friends, 'cause friends betray you. I have
is
no
fair.
enemies, because I am the best wizard ever.
I mean, I'm never going to be betrayed by anybody in my party, so I don't know what you're talking about.
The crown keeps me
You
safe.
say it.
The friends I have created will not kill me if I have the crown. I will give you the crown and the friends if you give me my body.
What friends? You just said
Who
you didn't
are-
have any friends.
Ah, I created them.
What did you create them out of?
Ah, magic.
I have a
What?
guess.
Why?
What?
Why are we
It
still
starts
talking?
with B and ends with Owens.
No! Friends made of bones shatter!
What are these friends made of?
Magic!
Okay. What form do they
And
take?
bones.
Ah, like you, but taller and stronger.
I am very tall and strong.
Haha, now you get it.
Oh, are they like Golem?
Very much so, but not.
Well, we've just got to send them west.
Ah, they only travel where I say, 'cause I have the crown. No! You have the crown!
Oh, wait, so the crown controls the friends.
You know what's really weird is you spent all this time with the box with the crown. Why didn't you put it on yourself?
No hands!
Yeah, but you know you're floating. You could have like done like a ring toss thing
You
with it.
could have
You!
a little bit of a
You!
wiggle on.
Robes,
Spent a lot of
put the
time.
crown on the table! You, woman, put the crown on your head!
I mean, I'm sure I could do it.
I wouldn't suggest doing it.
I will wait!
I want to let this happen. Put it on the
Um,
table. She has to put it on without hands.
Yeah, no, I could do it.
Can we
Well,
please
City-
not put on the magical crown that we're not sure what it does?
I don't
I
think
tell you
we'll do it.
how I would do it though.
No!
Rhea, do you want to know how I would do it if
Yes,
I
I
could
would
do
love to know.
it? Okay, so here's the thing. I would turn into an ant and then bamf out in the middle of it, and it would be on my head.
Or your neck!
No, because it would be. You don't know how this works.
I
That's
don't,
fine.
but it's
You don't. You don't
funny
understand
to
druidic
imagine.
magic. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Weak.
Juliana, when you so when you are ant in middle of crown, yes?
Yes.
Do you expand in all directions at once to return to your form, correct?
Yeah.
So rather, you would not go wuzunk, pushunk. You would go like pushunk. So you would snap crown in all directions. Or if it is magical item and cannot snap, it would crush you to death as you tried to grow larger within the confines of crown.
No, usually when I've like bid something and I become myself again, whatever was on top of me just goes up. It's not like a go out. It's just up.
so if
I'm lifting
if
it up. All right, I'll turn into a bigger. I'll turn into a bigger animal than an ant. So this isn't a problem.
Well, no, I have questions. So if you are ant, you go beneath like boulder, right? And there's also crack that you can go through, and then you turn into person. Boulder go up.
Yeah. Why would I go through the boulder?
What? That's just what. You do not get crushed to death by boulder.
I mean, yeah, that would hurt. It's a boulder. It's big. But boulder doesn't, like, I don't expand into the boulder. Boulder's just on top of me.
I feel like there is perhaps you know, experiments to be done here. Perhaps it is way to do construction work now that we can just, you know, move entire castle at a time. Just by having druids go underneath.
I'm really not certain that this is the best use of our time right now.
You put like 100 druids under a castle, and they all turn into people at the same time. The castle just fucking shoots off in his face.
Oh, it would lift the
Yeet.
normal amount. Anyway. But that's how I would do it. Puzzle solved. Why are we still talking to this thing?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like, I've never
didn't
talked
have
to
to say
a skull
still.
without a body before.
So, Your Majesty, does Crown control the friends?
Someone's got to stop Griffclaw.
I think it's interesting.
What do you mean? Grothclaw has gotten great information from His Majesty.
I told you, the crown makes the friend.
Doran, can we put him back in the box and take the crown and bring it to your archivist or whatnot?
Okay.
That's a very good idea. Someone
No,
stuff him back in the
that kind
box,
of
please.
it kind of sounds like a spell that I know how to do.
I can't.
Get back
so,
out of there.
Just
Your Majesty, so, and everybody, you told me that this is crazy, okay? So it sounds like His Majesty has friends, probably in his swamp, where his body would be in the ship. The crown makes the friends friendly. So if he wishes to have his body back, we should keep crown, so the friends remain our friends, so they do not stop us from getting the body. We give him body. He does not have, crown. Then he is just skull on body rather than skull in air.
Why are we hypothetically getting a body to a skull? Why?
Because it is a good thing to do to reunite body and head,
I think that the school should have this property and it should lock this box up and keep it here forever.
Okay, so if you at any point perhaps were cursed, had head removed by, small crazy fucking devil girl, you would want people to go, well, Kadia is saying crazy things, though she did say crazy things in life too. We should lock her in box and put her in vault forever. You think that it's
my
fair?
head is separated from my body. You let me die so I can experience the next adventure of my life. Whatever that may be.
What
He
if
doesn't
it
seem
is
like
being
he had friends like
floating?
this. I mean, we've been best friends for 5 days.
5
Oh,
such
that was the other
long
thing.
fucking days,
the
like
crown,
eternity.
It
Feels
sounds
like
like a
weeks.
charm to me.
What do you say?
The crown, it sounds like a charm. I know this spell, and it's like a charm.
I think that crown is way of controlling the friend that's made, like Golem. We can find out if it is charm though. We put
Please help me!
we put the crown on the weak party member.
The head back on the box in the box.
Can I sing to it and let it like rise in plane?
Are you going to try to forcibly put it back in the box?
Yes.
While I sing to it?
I think
I'm
so.
not forcing shit.
Doran, would you help me with your hand too?
Mage hand, sure.
Because between the two of us, we could probably.
Alright. As you conjure your mage hands out above it to push it down,
slaps
it
it
starts
first.
glowing very brightly, and I need all of you to roll initiative.
There we go.
Oh,
I was waiting just to get to this.
you have angered our friend.
Friend.
Your
Max.
friend. Your friend.
You guys are so horrible to all creatures. It is saddening to me that you do not show even the smallest amount of trust to floating glowing skull that drips acid.
Holy. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
Great.
Oh no! I hope he remembers who his friend was. It's Critical friend.
Alright. So, as it becomes more and more clear by trying to put him back in the box, and nobody puts your majesty back in the box, there we go. The skull just sort of swells up with this energy, and from underneath it, there's just this swell of fire that just shoots down to the ground underneath, exploding, filling the room with fire. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yuff.
All right, DC is 13. And this is a fireball cast right in the center of the room.
What is it with fireballs in this party?
I mean, he was a flame skull. So, full damage to anyone that rolled under a 13, and half damage to those above. So it looks like Doran, Ziliana save, Katia. I don't see a Gruthkul save here.
Gruthkul is above. Gruthkul also
I
saved.
saved 15.
Oh, because you're written as Beth. There we go. All right, so that will be its turn. And Ziliana, you are up.
Okay. Do I I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast sorry, I was so into roleplay that I just missed this part. Okay. I'm gonna do. Oh, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast my totem. Let's do bear totem to give everybody. Everybody now gets. Nope, sorry, did hawk. Hang on. Gotta do bear. All right. So everybody now gets 10 temporary hit points.
Including Your Majesty.
No, not including the skull. Not including Your Majesty. No, thank you, please. So I'm gonna, we're in a pretty small room, so I'm gonna kind of tuck it. Actually, no, I'm gonna do, I think this is my favorite image now, is that I have it kind of spaced, maybe not directly behind me, but kind of like behind me, like coming up, like being protective of me, like that type of like spectral image of this like bear that's in vines and stuff like that. That's just like, yeah. So I'm going to do that. And then I am going to, so that was my bonus action. I'm going to, well, I've been dying to do this. Why not? Let's conjure animals. And I would like to do.
So currently you are in a 2x3 room.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
So there is and so it's kind of like floating up a little bit above all of you, but there is one space for one medium-sized creature.
One medium-sized creature
is probably the only other thing that can fit mechanically
Get
in this
underneath
room.
it. You can put the skull on.
Also, I'm about to fill that square for the one extra medium-sized creature.
You know what? All right. Okay, we won't do that then. Oh, why did I just close out of my character?
So glad that I had outburst anymore. That's 10 gold pieces gone.
Okay, so all right.
If he's not like out and about being actively used, you can say he's tucked away somewhere safe. I only call it if it's like if you're like he's scouting ahead and is actively like like on the map, right? Like he wouldn't be like pecking at the thing, right?
Right.
So if you start a combat and Stanmore is not out, unless you in your first round say he's out and he's doing this, then we just assume he's not there for the combat.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna cast Flame Blade, at 2nd level.
All right.
And attack with it.
You're gonna cast what?
Flame Blade.
All right. 16 will hit. It strikes him, and the flames just sort of merge in with his own.
Wait, can you do totem, cast spell, and attack all in one turn?
Totem's a bonus action.
Bonus action.
And Flame
then-
Blade is making an attack as part of it.
Yeah.
Is it a
Okay,
bonus
alright,
action?
Oh, green flame blade.
Oh shit. No.
Is it a
it's-
bonus action cantrip?
It's a bonus action to cast it. Fuck. Then I wasted that spell. Unless you'll let me go back and do a cantrip.
So you can't cast. Well, you can't cast it if it's a bonus action. You've already used your bonus action.
Correct.
So you
So
have an action left.
Yeah, so you won't have
Alright.
used the spell because you physically can't have cast.
You can't have
I know.
cast it.
Well,
yeah.
okay. There's been a time where I've done something and I wasted. My spell got wasted. All right, then I will just do.
All your
poison
spell
spray.
slots are gone. You're level 1
Okay.
again.
You know what I'm talking about. Jesus H. All right. All right. I'm gonna cast poison spray.
Alright.
So DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
And this is a.
Constitution saving throw.
What's the area of effect on it?
Sorry. It is flame remains there. No shit. Sorry. I'm so flustered. Extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of smoke of noxious gas from your palm.
Not AoE.
Yeah, it's just one.
It just has a range of 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The poison goes out over it and sort of clears over the little skull, and its jaw just goes
Yeah.
at you.
So glad I have poison and fire for a lot of stuff. Really cool. All
Um,
right.
It appears to have little effect other than getting the teeth shattering.
Yeah. That is my turn.
Really good against cavity.
Katia, I do believe. It is your turn.
Question: is there a 20-foot square where I can cast entangle and not entangle any of the party? Okay.
You could entangle, if you were trying to entangle it, you would entangle at least 4 of you.
All right. Well,
Any way you slice it.
Can entangle be cast in the air?
It's technically on the same, it's not above you. The room's not tall enough, but just from where it is,
Gotcha.
we're kind of theater of the minding it. Entangle would fill the entire room, and if you kind of like moved it over a little bit, you're still gonna get. Just imagine that you're all like surrounding this thing essentially.
All right.
Because if you were technically like arranged, right, it would have to be something like this, right? You would fill all the squares.
So okay. I guess I couldn't like. Yeah.
You could definitely cast it. It will just fill the entire room,
I just
or some
don't-
portion
I
of the room.
Don't want to do that though. Not that we're not. I mean, we're not going anywhere. But everyone would be restrained. That would not be a good idea.
I'm more than happy for you to restrain everyone.
No, we will not restrain everyone. I will cast Bane on it.
All right. And this is a charisma saving throw, which it will make at advantage.
Disadvantage. The way it was talking, there's no way.
No, it actually has magic resistance. Always roll advantages on. So here we go. 15.
Is it against mine?
I would assume since you're the caster of the spell.
Oh, it makes it.
All right, so that succeeds. And Torrent, you are up.
Dorn will try his brand new shiny lightning bite.
All right.
Assuming I can get it in a line where it doesn't hit anyone else.
We will say yes.
Ink. The DC, of course, is 15.
All right, so this is at advantage save because it's magic. 15 just barely makes it, so half of that,
Damage, and it was a
which
really
is
bad roll.
11. And even as it sort of gets out of the way of most of the beam, you notice that the lightning doesn't even quite arc at it. It definitely takes some damage, but less than you would have even figured, as if it is resistance to that type of damage. So that's halved to 11, and then halved to 5. It's a good day to be a flame skull with another turn coming up and more 3rd level spell slots.
Alright, I am going to... Yes. Okay. I am going to bonus action summon up my reflection. Is it possible for me to get my reflection next to Cadia?
You're kind of all next to. So if we're gonna do it like it is, then there is no room in the room for you to summon your reflection. Oops.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know what just happened.
Oh, okay. So there's just no room.
Because it's a 2x3 room, and it technically, as a creature, if we're gonna put it somewhere, is gonna take up 1 space, right?
Alright, well that just fucks everything I was gonna do. So I will just cast Bless at 2nd level. And I will which gives me 4 people that I can target, and I am going to do
Your Majesty.
no. Me, Gruth, Colcadia, and Ziliana. Sorry, Doran.
Is that right?
Test.
No.
Don't forget your 10 hit points, Rhea.
I have them on my character sheet. They just don't
Oh,
show
okay.
up in
Gotcha.
on my bar. And that will be it, because there's nothing else I can do.
All right. Gruthkal.
This guy just singed me. 2 attacks. Great weapon. I have Bless. I will add this. Are we flanking this thing, by the way?
You are.
Okay, so 13.
I'm benevolently letting you and Rhea be in flanking. Although I guess it doesn't super matter.
13 hit?
13 just barely hits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. 25.
that's good stuff.
All right.
Alright, one more. This is bludgeoning damage, and another Bless. Pray.
Grenade.
Oh,
That does not, I assume.
12 does not hit.
Here he comes.
All right, and as you swing out, the first one striking, cracking along the side of the skull, just sending it spinning around, screaming in place. As the flames underneath it begin to swell again. I warned you! I'll kill you all! And it explodes with another fireball,
oh, we're dead.
which don't appear to do it. So this is a dexterity save for 1, 2, 3, all of you. With Bless for those of you that have it. Same roll.
I don't think 10 makes
Brother. Okay.
That does not make
Yes.
All right.
sense. Ziliana can make it. Ziliana.
Yeah, roll your
Bless.
Yeah,
bless, Ziliana.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
1d10.
Okay.
That's what
So
you do.
that was not a waste, although I am now down. So the bless is
do.
gone.
Okay.
All right.
So what's half?
Wait, did you go? What's your negative, Max? Oh, I can't do math. Okay.
No, I'm not dead. I'm just down.
All right. Anything else?
You tell us. It's your creature.
All right.
This is your party right now.
Ziliana, you are up.
17
Okay.
damage. Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that 17 points of damage?
If you made your save.
If you made your save at 17.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm down.
35 points if you don't. Then death saving throw, please.
Oh, 17. Wait a minute. No, I'm not.
Didn't you have 10 hit points too?
I do. No, I'm not down. I'm sorry. I can't
How much-
math.
How much HP do you, what's your max HP?
Well, you took.
You took.
Did you
You've taken.
succeed? Did you
taken
succeed on the
34
first
damage.
one?
Even if she succeeded, she took 17 damage from the first fireball and 17 damage from the second one. So if your temp HP lets you over 34, then
It
you're
did.
up.
It did. Sorry.
Then you're up.
Oh my god. Sorry. Anyway.
Did she make her first save?
I did. I made both saves. Okay. All right. I am going to wild shape into wolf.
All right.
Where's that fun little slider thing? Oh, it doesn't matter. We're not on a map. All right. I'm a wolf.
All right.
All right. I would like to attack using pack tactics.
Tactics.
So I'm going to do
Tactics.
bite with advantage. That's a 20. And it needs to do a strength save DC. Or, yeah.
Um,
Level 11.
I will save the time and tell you that it is immune to the prone condition.
Oh, fair. Because it's a floating.
Yes,
Right.
but it will use its reaction. Actually, no, it won't, because it won't matter. So it will take 7 points of damage. What type of damage is this?
It is piercing.
It'll take 3 points of damage.
Amazing.
As it's hard to puncture the bone of the skull.
That's true.
Alright.
I think, yes. Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, Kadia, I do believe it is your turn.
Death save.
Death saving throw.
Oh, I missed that.
I have failed.
Death saving throw.
Alright. Dorand.
Doran uses his free item interaction and brings out the absorb elephants scroll that I have. I would like to absorb any elephants region up to 100 feet.
They're sucked through the walls.
Oh god, I didn't know elephants could fit in this room.
Well,
There's
they
a
can absorb.
a
It's
guy
like-
giving a guest lecture on exotic familiars. Just, it always happens. Someone casts absorb
So yes, I
elephants.
just make sure the absorb elements is in my hand for use for the next fireball if that were to occur,
All right.
and then I shall use and let's test his ability to resist the product just in case he does. So I'm going to use Toll of the Dead as I continue to go different engine types.
All right. So this is
I will
wisdom
make it.
save at advantage.
DC is 15.
15 is what he gets.
Well, there we go. He takes the 0 as the cannon.
All right.
I then look down at Katie and go, "Oh, so much."
Rhea, you are up.
That is a success.
Oh, someone should help her too.
I got flustered by math that I totally didn't notice that you two were down.
Gruthkull, you are up.
It takes 8 damage.
It uses its reaction and casts shield. The attack does not hit.
Okay.
Doesn't it have somatic components? What's it waving with?
Oh,
It just had to test me, Casey. It just had to test me.
All right, go ahead and roll damage. All right. And with,
27.
and with that, the shield deflects the blow into like a glancing blow that you just sort of cycle back around and slam down and just shatter the skull into a sort of powdery bits of small crushed bone oozing out as the acid begins to drip out of the skull over the sides towards the people on the ground.
of course.
I look
Anyone
forward
who's
to this
unconscious
being the
on
way
it.
that I die. I'm having the flashback. Do you remember that time that we fought Jamala and I was invisible and unconscious?
Yeah.
It was amazing. Better than Karut, who is invisible, unconscious, and in a bonfire.
We thought he
Wouldn't
died.
that be visible then? What's
Uh,
that? That's the shape of somebody in the fire.
Oh, we really legitimately
Alright,
thought
um,
he died.
you are not in rounds.
I will give 1 point to Rhea.
I will do a cure wounds on Kadia. And then if I can, actually I'll do cure wounds on both of them.
I will put away my scroll. of
I will
eloquence.
I will claw my way up and be like,
Whoops.
Wait, does this say elements? Oh, I didn't know what this did. Oh,
That's Kadia. This is Rhea. So sorry. I didn't even look at the rolls. I just was clicking. But we need to get out of here because this is bad. I'm not a wolf anymore, too. I'm not a wolf.
What the?
I would like to see if prestidigitation will be enough to clean up the acid that's starting to spill over, and maybe at least contain it into, an area that's safe.
As you look at the acid sort of just seeping towards the back, you go to begin casting the spell, and you do notice something. the acid just slowly is beginning to gather back in towards the bones now.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to test my next spell, Dispel Magic.
All right.
And see if that will be enough.
You
to
notice
stop this madness.
as you begin doing it, the little pieces of the bones begin to tremble and start coming back and beginning to reform.
I'm out.
We'll
Are you
try
able
cast it,
to-
just to make sure?
You're able to
Yes.
stop this torment?
Let's find out.
All right. As things sort of begin to reconstitute and take shape, you cast a Dispel Magic on it, and the vibration ceases and things sort of fall lifeless again.
Oh,
He died so young.
Too young. This has been a really stressful week.
Yeah, it has.
I need a vacation.
Isn't your whole life before this been a vacation?
Yeah, but I need one somewhere else where I'm not in danger every day.
I find myself at the fork in the road that every wizard has to deal with. More spells or healing potions. More spells. Both are expensive. Yes.
Well, that was fun. Can we go to the square for the rest of the day and just listen to music?
No, we have to go. We have to go to the demon house.
No.
Yeah,
No.
We need to
Yeah.
take short. We need to take short rest.
we need to
First-
take a nap, and then we need
First
to go to
things
the demon
first-
house.
First, let's clean up this mess. Take your rests. I'm going to report to Praetor. I don't want to call her Ath. We're not on a first name basis or anything.
Uh-huh.
But the Praetor will want to know about this, so I'll, at very least, draft up a letter just in case the Praetor's not available, and just detail what has occurred and what has been discovered.
Is the crown still intact?
Crown is
Yes, I
very
never
much
let it go.
very much still intact.
Also,
you
perhaps
have-
while you're gone, you can find out the purpose of the gem, the large gem that we gave to you.
Oh, I
Doran?
need 22 minutes, please.
22 minutes. Of
20
course.
21 minutes, I believe.
21 minutes. I understand.
Sorry, didn't mean to be that inaccurate.
No, I forgive you.
All right. So are you identifying that now, or are you waiting to do that?
I'll do it now just in case it's something I have to report on, because I'm not going to do a report and then be like, I have an
Oh yeah.
amendment.
All right. Any other actions, or are we good for this to resolve?
Yeah.
All right. What you
That's awkward.
have found is called a dragon's eye. And as you identify it and sort of look at it, you do see in it, almost sort of like Eye of Sauron-esque, you see it's almost like an eye opens and you see this little sort of triangular shaped
It's a Modro.
framing of the eye pupil and the iris opening as if you're looking into a dragon's eye. It is known as a scrying anchor, and you can basically use it as advantage on scrying for when you do a scrying ritual.
Oh my god, this is a Bermerella dream come true.
Yes.
I only saw it after hearing the divination school.
But in
First, there's a downside.
yeah. Also in this, it not only helps you scry on things by it's a little bit beyond your scope of knowledge of divination, but
Impossible.
by anchoring you so firmly, it makes it so that you basically have a good foundation to observe everything else. But it also draws eyes of everything else to you. And they call them dragon eyes because they are literally made of the eyes of dragons. Dragons who themselves can sort of just scry innately and see things, and who don't care because they have no enemies that they fear, that everything can see them while they do it. So it's sort of capturing that innate essence of how dragons scry.
I'm gonna have had to go up one more level at least. All right. Yeah. This is quite the scrying implement. It will let you scry easier, it will assist you, and it will also transmit your location to anyone else who's bothering to scry.
Crying is so weird. Like, that is
No,
such
not
an
crying.
invasion of privacy. I said crying.
Give me an invasion of privacy. Can I not walk out into the street and see who I see? It's the same thing, except for with
No,
magic.
it's not.
Sure.
Oh. Ugh. No,
Any-
that is invasion of privacy.
All right. First of all, Dracora doesn't recognize privacy. That's ridiculous.
No one better never scry on me. That's all I'm saying.
You wouldn't know if they did.
Well, then you won't use this because they would if you did.
Not use that.
Your name goes on a register. All the scryers are like, "Oh, I guess we have to look this way." It's terrible. Anyway, I'm going to report
Paperwork
this item as
involved.
well.
All right. So, is everyone going to chat with Amphibia Fogmar, or just Doran's? Any other actions?
Happen.
Short
If
resting.
we're short resting, I will play a song.
All right, so they're short resting. Doran, you're going to report.
I'm all
As
singed up. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
you return your way up.
I'd imagine that's a daily occurrence.
It's
Some
like,
dude walks by.
like completely covered in slime, or just like most of their clothing burned off, or just like like half of them's frozen in a block of ice. Yeah, it's a pretty regular occurrence. We learn by doing. So returning, Praetor Fogmar is there and looks up. Was all that noise? Well, I suppose you're about to tell me what all that noise was.
Indeed, the object we discovered in the grasp of the mad necromancer in the sewers underneath the city contained some sort of undead creature akin to a floating flaming skull of some sort, able to cast very powerful magics, including Fireball. Luckily, I had already had the foresight to close the room, lest the rest of the unprotected parts of the vault get damaged. My companions and I took the full brunt of it, however. Luckily, protective magics being what they were, I managed to survive. The others were healed that didn't fare as well. The skull has been since destroyed, and during its reformation process, after it was destroyed, I used a dispel magic, as I've just learned to cast such things. I'd also like to mention that I've completely transcribed the rest of your spellbook, and once again, I'm very appreciative of you trusting that with me.
Good. Sounds
This
like
item is the dragon's eye, and I place it on her desk.
she immediately just takes a book and puts it on top of that.
It's not active. I can't scry.
It's always active.
That's what I've heard. Oops.
And this was with whatever creature that was that you ended.
Yes, this creature had a name. I believe our bard mentioned she knew a story about this creature. Some mad wizard by the name of Edlis Horseman? Wait. Edlis, what was his name?
Mr. Horse.
Doesn't ring any bells, but I'm not up on every crazy person who's ended up in a skull. Needless to say, this is only typically held by those who want to be found by all sorts of everything.
Well, it's likely the box that this was imprisoned in maybe disrupted that, or else I'd imagine more powerful things than I would have stumbled across it.
Well, no doubt, whatever it was, very desperately needed and wanted to be found. I recommend some sort of perhaps lead-lined enclosure. You might be able to get to some of those from the vault archivist, if you wish to keep this on your person, or you can store it in the vault itself.
I think that we will use both the lead-lined option as well as store it in the vault. As such things are very dangerous for My companions are a little more curious and cautious, so I'm worried. They are likely just will explode themselves in a flash of sunlight over here. Who's to say?
It is, well, you'll take good care of them. I'm confident of that. Unfortunately, it is typically falls upon the shoulders of wizard in these sort of adventuring groups to keep everyone safe. I do recall that early in my apprenticeship, I was thrust into a situation where I accompanied a group of similar adventurers on somewhat interdimensional travel, and well, let's just say at a key moment, if I had not restrained some of them, they would have likely all died.
Shut up, Happy.
So keep that in mind. I do have another bit of news. If that's all of the news you have for me, I hope.
Which is today.
After we spoke last night, I did take the liberty of having the Encircle take a crack at interrogating those cultists that you apprehended last night.
Yes, the ones that were likely in league with the devil behind the violence.
Yes. I do have to say, though, that the results were not overly fruitful. Their minds were completely blank. They have no memories beyond several days ago, and whatever they were jabbering on about appears to be a complete fabrication. We scryed and looked in every way possible that we knew, including research the old hard and fashioned way, but there's no such records of any creatures like that spoke of. I think whatever this was is some sort of elaborate farce.
Or some sort of Lord of Lies situation, yes?
Call it as you will. Whatever it is, these unfortunate people are effectively several days old and only know a couple of things about some fake snake deity.
Can it not be undone?
It is possible, but perhaps people such of this nature may have other uses to the Empire as well, and we must consider those. We will do everything in our power.
Well, for the greater good, then. Excellent.
Indeed. Carry on, be safe. Keep the other ones safe as well.
I bow and take my leave and head back downstairs. Wait, that's where the singing is coming from. All right. I didn't mean to lock you in. Here we go. Hello.
Have we successfully short rested?
We will say yes, that you all can have completed a short rest if you so choose.
Hopefully I don't have to roleplay this. I picked up this box on the way down from the Vault Archivist. It's lead-lined, and it's likely very
D8
similar
now.
to that.
Wait.
No, it doesn't scale like
kidding.
that.
Anyway, the eye goes in that. This stays here in the vault. Here's the catalog number the Vault Archivist gave us, so if we need to find it or anything, if it happens to be moved, which I doubt it will, it's very small. But we'll keep it in this room for now. Is there a shelf of stuff in this kind of stuff, or is this a safe examination room?
These are typically the examination rooms. The archives themselves are very much sort of like very thick-walled, lead-lined, multiple feet of stone versions of like that warehouse in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, perfect.
But they are all very like indexed and such.
Yeah. Then I turn it over to the archivist and let them know that I have this in my possession. I will create a small minor illusion of the details so that they can all record it down themselves where they needed to find it without me. This is for the Dragon's Eye, the very dangerous, very disturbing little Dragon's Eye.
it say how much that would have been worth?
It said it would have been worth all of our lives if the wrong thing saw us. No, I didn't actually have it appraised. It is likely that the gems and the helm will fetch a nice price if you want to bring those to the market.
Is the helm still magical?
Again, it was an implement within a ritual, so itself harbored no magic, but it was a key component to magic and had been exposed to magic, and that is what I picked up on. Now
I
that
just
that
don't know how
magic
these
is
things work.
undone, much like a component is used in a spell, it's no longer applicable if the ritual is done. And I think no more flaming guy, great.
Maybe you should check and make sure that it actually isn't still magical. Well, I just mean it's possible that it's retained the magic and it can
It's okay,
control
it's
whatever
okay.
those creatures are
Uh,
that the skull made.
Beyond the master's book that I just received just last night and spent hours poring over it, I also went down to the library and picked up a detect magic ritual. If you'll give me,
The detect ritual magic completes. And it is actually still has the same magical properties as it did before. And you get the sense that it is not in any way tied to the existence of that creature, which you are entirely certain is gone now. But instead, its connection is to something else
whatever
that
was
must
created via ritual
that is still existing. So you surmise that the ritual to create it was not the same ritual that was used to sort of create the skull, but instead was used to create some sort of guardian or something like that.
Well, then let's hang on to it.
So we keep that one.
Well, I am glad that you're all exhibiting the kind of caution and rechecking, so that's a very good thing. Yes, indeed. This is some sort of command device for whatever it spoke of for his, quote, friends. We can guess it's a golem or there's some sort of animated armor, maybe. There's all sorts of little constructs you can make.
Hope it's not more bones. I think I've done enough of bones.
We have had a lot of bones to deal with recently.
Fire. Can we be done with fire? Like, I'm tired of, like, prestidigitation myself. Like, I'm just so over it.
Here's a platter, Casey. We put bones and fire on it for you.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kadia. No matter what it is that hurts you, there will be much cleaning to do. Be it blood, acid,
dirt,
being singed by, lightning, and words. Oh, the emotional trauma. Oh, God.
So you're saying
sorry,
I need a servant now? Okay. All right.
I don't know how you got there.
I thought I was doing some work for you.
Oh, yeah. You can
I mean, not your servant, really. More like your personal assistant?
Yes.
Yes.
I meant, like, you know how you can magically summon a servant?
No.
Yes. I do know of this.
Yeah? Okay.
I am able to do.
It's a thing. Maybe I should learn how to do it.
Okay, but why?
You'd put people out of jobs. Automation doesn't make jobs.
Just because I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we all rested up, and shall we go to the homestead of our former enemy, Mr. Grim?
Yes.
Wait a second, I have to get into investigation mode. Investigation
I lock Katie in the vault.
I help. I start barricading the door with any available furniture.
All right. And after you carefully barricade the door, you notice that she's somehow on the outside of it. You're just like...
You're like a cursed
Still singing.
All right. So, making your way out into the sort of central concourse area there outside of Bremeraldi School, beginning to head south, you do notice that, as you've seen multiple times, the town crier is there yelling out the various news of the day, going through there, calling out all sorts of things. Do you wish to stop and listen, or are you continuing?
Yeah.
Oh boy, do we.
More side quests.
Town crier. All right.
Dip in the mud, found in the swamp. Oh,
Body without a head roaming the streets.
says it's a king.
The first bit of news. Velibree's safe after attack on her life. Party of local heroes from Aureus Academy and Bremeraldi School were able to intervene and protect not only Miss Breeze, but the audience as well, with no casualties. They vanquished the insidious fiend on the loose from the city. Breathe safer tonight, as it is gone, and heroes walk among us. 5 items that every Vesularian needs to prepare for the Festival of the Wandering Star. The Tri-Market is already abuzz with vendors ready to sample their exotic wares all week in participation of the festival itself. You can pick up scarab shell jewelry from the Scalding Waste, one of the hottest trends straight from the desert itself. Or, if you have kids, try out the Living Jadewood toys for all the kids, manufactured by the Royal Lumber Company. Nothing is better than a toy that comes alive.
Yay! We get to fight Jadewood toys for Christmas.
Somewhere in the world, Arisha is screaming.
Renowned inventor and visionary Alcerian Bonaparte spotted crossing the Vesular bridges with a convoy of carts, certain to carry something beyond the impossible for the festival. Though not reachable for official comment, his spokespeople have said that after 5 years hiatus from the festival, his exhibition is without a doubt the greatest invention in this age of civilization, set to debut here during the Festival of the Wandering Star. Don't miss it.
Television. Anyway.
And finally, in a surprising reversal of stance, Bremeraldi Praetor Fogmar endorses stringent regulations on magic use and pledges to redouble support in Arcane Guard. Commenting recent events have made a compelling case for regulation, going on to say that the public's confidence in their protectors should go far in comforting them, and that the joyful experiences of the festival can and will be cherished safely by the public at large. More news at 10 to the hour.
Bring out the
So you trust her.
Oh my god.
explicitly. Why?
Why do you not trust her?
Regulations on magic is just like so unvestular.
Do you
What?
remember when we were enjoying a light lunch?
No, I
And
don't,
then-
because we never got to eat. We didn't even get bread or drinks. We just got fire. So no, I don't remember that.
So clearly. But what you also don't remember is that the citizens that were given untrained, unregulated magics then interceded and lost their lives.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but they also helped us.
It is true, but they lost their lives
But
for it.
the result wasn't their intercession helped them. They helped us at the cost of their lives. Their intentions may have been pure. That's not what I'm questioning. What I'm saying is unregulated, unfettered use of danger is irresponsible, at
But
the
you
very
could-
least, and cost, in this case, lives. Now,
Yeah,
we
but
also dealt with the same exact threat at the theater, and since that we were all well trained, including those you brought in, and we were prepared, and we had sanction, it was handled much nicer. With not to mock the guy who was just doing his job, but no casualties, which of course doesn't include the enemy, but yes.
And the kobold.
Oh, what happened to the kobold?
He died.
died in front of me.
Oh, well,
So that's not true. They lied.
well,
I think it's more they just don't consider kobolds people.
Which is a
That's
shame.
not fair.
or
He tried to
more
save my life.
likely,
Actually, he probably did save my life.
it's likely that the theater wouldn't admit to the tragedy because it would put a bad light on the theater.
Well, I actually had no idea that there were kobolds in the theater, and I've been to the theater a lot of times. sometimes.
They're very stealthy. They stay behind things and in boats.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was so weird.
I think we're having this conversation as we're walking.
Yes, for
Anyway.
sure. It's a long walk.
it's like there's another 3 hours, so
It
we can
is
hash this out.
a fairly long walk.
So here's my question. They talk about sanctioned magic and regulated magic. I didn't. What's sanctioned and what's not sanctioned? Is my magic sanctioned? Because, I mean, I did learn things, but not in a way that people here would necessarily.
You
right, go to
are
school.
I think that
If you're
you
not
are an
pretending to be
excellent
anything.
example of the fact that what is being suggested here may have good intentions, but is ultimately something that can be misused, because your magic is probably only sanctioned so long as you, and I don't say this because I think it's right, I say it because I think it's how it's going to be viewed. Your magic is only sanctioned as long as you're working with us, because we have, and then she just taps the Aureus insignia on her arm.
it is possible, but under the same idea, it is very possible also that her magic is sanctioned, that is, as it has been proven through work for the betterment of society, that she is able to use her magic for good and has control over it.
She's certainly not
In-
the first person to exhibit
until
something.
Well, yes, I mean, but what I'm saying is that Ziliana is in a position where she doesn't have she doesn't have any institutional protection. So if she makes things difficult for people, then it doesn't matter that she's helped in the past. She is unsanctioned because it's more convenient for her to be unsanctioned.
Do you then think it is perhaps something that needs to be done, where there is a institution for those of druidic magic? I do not know if there is one in the
Oh, that's
city.
like totally not our vibe.
Oh, that's
Well,
yeah.
you say that, but druid circles in themselves are institutions,
Yeah, but I
either
think,
officially or otherwise.
sure, but it's not like well established, and we wouldn't have a building, and there wouldn't be a dean. And,
It's not like wizards.
You do not need to have a building. You could have a cave, you know, but
Oh, you're serious.
yeah, I'm serious. They live in caves.
I guess what's just troubling me is that the definition needs to keep shifting. And I'm worried that
Intelligence
if it
roll is
keeps
called for. I will roll it.
shifting, I'm nervous.
I have
Ooh.
a 20 as
20.
my result.
Right.
Wait, no, I have an 18 because I looked too quickly and it was hideous.
I will start with, actually, both of you sort of come to the same realization the more you think about it from two different ways. Katia, just sort of listening to this news, and you're somebody who pays attention to the gossip and such there.
Because I like to alter it.
This the statement that you heard from Praetor Fogmar is almost the exact opposite of the previous statement you heard one day ago. And Doran, do you sort of know from an intellectual standpoint that the mass regulation of magic is intrinsically something that is very much the antithesis of what the Bremeraldi school stands for? And so it strikes you as a little bit odd that this decision was reached just like completely out of the blue in a sort of roundabout, like, immediate way.
Okay.
Whether or not you doubt the validity of that is up to you, but it does.
I do.
It does sort of like call up at least that intellectual sort of like, like I wonder what the process was from here to there, and obviously the events have some bearing of evidence in that. But Katia, it sticks out to you like a sore thumb, like that's the fucking opposite of what just was told to us before.
Wait, so can you clear what was told? Who told us the thing before?
Just based on what you heard from the town crier.
There was a town crier thing a few days ago that talked about.
Let me find the old one. The previous day's one, which you do recall is that Praetor Fogmar reaffirmed her school's stance, declaring any limitation of magic practices to be a stifling endangerment of imperial progress. Reluctantly, she has agreed to oversee the creation of an arcane guard.
Oh, so the Arcane Guard is new.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I will point this out.
Extra
because
credit, you know, if you join.
Okay, wait a second. Deja vu in reverse. So, yesterday.
What the hell?
Just go with it, okay?
Disturbs me.
Same thing.
Disturbs me on an existential level.
Sorry, you have to let me sit with that for a second so that I can think my way backwards through it.
Alright, I'll give you a second.
Okay, I'm still
Okay,
confused.
second. Alright, so your trusted, what is she your master?
Praetor is her official title. For
Okay.
me, she is, I am her apprentice and she is the master. Absolutely. But that's not for you to say, that's for me to say. You can call her Praetor.
Praetor, whatever, your master says,
What did I just
yes,
say?
no, today she says, regulation, regulation, regulation. Yesterday, she said, I do not condone regulation. It would limit us in our abilities. And I will oversee, she like compromised, right? Anyway.
Look, it is indeed a strange reversal of what the school has stood for historically, as well as her comments and her quotes from what we know to be just a day or two ago. Also, I don't know how fresh this news is. This guy's walking around all day. How fresh can it be? It might be a day behind either way. My point is that I can and have access to her, so I will simply ask for clarification, as opposed to guess.
Hold on, before you do that though.
That is
I have a
so
theory.
reasonable.
I have a theory. Wait a second.
Yes, coming from the student that she just gave him some like sugar. It's okay.
So,
But whatever she says, I'm going to be on board with it. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
No, it makes sense. Like, if
I
you
got
think of
this
it
new
this way.
shiny book. Why would I disagree?
so remember like yesterday when I was like, hey, what if
I try not to, go
Noah...
on.
Well, listen up. What if Noah is Besham?
I remember.
Okay. Sudden change in behavior and academic decisions. She met with whom yesterday?
Us.
I mean, yes, she met with Philip, but also it's in the Vishemvaru's best interest to stay hidden.
They eat
I think
magic
what
too.
Katia is saying is
Yeah,
that
it's
Yeah,
they take on
they-
the guise of anybody and be just saying these things. It may not
But
have
what
been-
what if they want to do some reverse deja vuing and
Well, hold on. Reverse deja vu. Holly, pause.
what if they want to revert us back to like
What's a reverse deja vu? I need
I
to
don't
know.
Okay, I just
I need to
term
know.
now.
I need to know.
So it's a new term. Will you
term.
define it? No.
No.
I need to know.
I could tell you, but that would be forward deja vu.
Right, like they bend people to whatever they want to be done, right? Like, so what if they have this weird plan or something? We don't know.
So what if they
My
have?
point is just that if they're trying to fly under the radar, then taking on the aspect of Praetor Fogmar and then immediately doing a complete about face that is wildly out of character is a pretty good way for people to be like, well, that seems like a weird thing for Praetor Fogmar to be doing.
It also could be something beyond that. Something along the lines of if Praetor Fogmore is quoted as reversing her decision multiple times, it will sow public doubt in Praetor Fogmore's ability to be Praetor Fogmore. So if they're
Suppose
trying to
that's also a good
remove
point.
Praetor Fogmore, this might be the first baby steps toward that. However, and I cannot underline this bold or asterisk as enough. This is all conjecture, and we have no evidence. I would like to start with speaking with the Praetor, seeing if there's a reasonable explanation. I would also like to figure out if there's any connection at this fiend's house to the happenings of the Vesham Brew. Because as you well know, down deep below the city is that creature. And by the way, we can bring this all to that creature for thought, as that is the smartest intellect as it was let us know. You may recall the one in chains, yes?
Creature.
The giant, extra-dimensional super
The one
being.
that was supposedly hunting but got caught by the Varu of Vesh.
But don't we just have one of those? Where's Lycia?
What do you mean?
That
Where's
is an unrelated person. I have
No,
no
it's
idea why you
not.
brought them up.
well, she,
Are they
she,
similar?
she is not unrelated. She is one of the co-workers of the giant being.
No.
You do not know this? How do I know this?
So your travels
Chris
have
was right.
arrived you at the storefront. You can continue this conversation in front of the storefront if you would like, but you have arrived.
Wait, did we go to the Lyceum place or did we go to I thought we were heading down to Grimdark place.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where you are. You're in front of you recall the agent's sort of office. You didn't usually enter this way. You came in through the sewer last time, but
We exited this way.
you did exit, so you do know this.
There's no postings on the door like off limits, blah blah blah.
No, there are not.
Well, do we go in this way or do we go in back way?
I think we
Well,
go in
it's-
front door.
Yeah,
If
why not?
there's- Unless he worked completely alone, there might be other people or attendants here to let us in.
This is true. We will knock first. If no answer, we will kick in door.
Just
There-
open it and then kick in door.
I knock.
Okay, it's a perfectly good door.
Remember, they're coming right for us if anyone asks.
What?
Nothing, it's a joke.
I knock.
All right. You all sort of wait. 30 seconds goes by. No answer.
No answer. Please everybody stand back. Critical is gonna do a big ol' kick through the door.
Is it
Can
locked?
we try to?
Hold
Can
on.
we try the door handle first?
Yes.
Critical will try the door handle.
The door's locked.
Okay.
Okay.
Ariana, could you heal me before Griffin go ahead and make a record? I'm still a bit singed. And I think Katie looks a little worse for wear. And yourself,
alright.
I'm really looking.
But hold on. How much healing do you need?
Like a third of my life.
Okay. Well, if you had to put that in perhaps a numerical
I
value.
would never do that. The meta is beyond thinkable.
Because this isn't. I don't know. I will cure wounds you.
I have healing that does not require spell. Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm only a little bit sore now.
Yours
I kick in the door.
Yeah.
All right. Make a strength check for me. Strength athletics.
No, strength athletics. Hold on. Let me. I mean, 22, but sucks. 13 now.
Yeah. You kick in right next to where the lock is, and door doesn't cave in or budge. Seems like a very solid door.
Okay.
You want me to sing you a song?
Do not patronize me, you fucking.
I'm not.
You want me to sing you a song? Go and kick in the door. I'll kill
Oh,
you.
we are just the most smoothly oiled team.
I could go in through like a keyhole or something and then just open the door.
That is a good idea. I think.
Wait,
Okay.
how?
But if it requires key, then you cannot do it if there's no key, correct?
Yeah, but if usually on the other side of a door that you're like locking, you can usually turn something and whatever. You don't usually have two keys from both sides.
You have to turn in unison to lock and unlock the door.
Right.
I think that
That's
perhaps,
now the way the lock works, by the way.
God damn it.
I think that perhaps you are mistaking the locking mechanisms of a medieval fantasy world, perhaps with the locking mechanisms of a modern day society with metallurgy.
I mean, I don't know. I just live in a cave, apparently. So
Yeah, you do.
No, that's your clubhouse. Remember.
that's true. It's my schoolhouse.
That's where your institution is.
You don't know. You could meet in a cave.
What would you all like to do?
All right.
Give it a go.
Okay. I'm gonna turn into a spider, and I'm going to try. I'm like, first off, it's gonna
Kill
be
it,
gross
kill
to
it,
look. Please don't squish me. Please don't squish me before I
We
do
don't.
this.
We don't speak spider.
I said before I do this. Okay.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna.
Squish her after you
can
do
you
it, that's
can you
fine.
guys like circle up? Just circle up. Just like make a huddle. around
Why?
me. Because I don't want to like make a big deal of like being in the middle of the sidewalk and like.
Just
Here.
turn into spider.
And then I'll pick you
We
up
s-
and I'll put you at the door.
I pull everybody else to circle up around Zeliana.
Urea, thank you. Okay, I turn into a spider. I'm gonna crawl to see if there's space underneath the door. If not, I'm gonna, crawl up or around to see if there's like a space through a keyhole for me to fit through. Anywhere that I can fit.
As this is happening, can I take a look around? Is there anybody else on the street?
Perception roll.
23.
Looking
I know
around,
the
it's not a bustling street by any means, but there are other people sort of going about their daily business. It's kind of like late morning, so that's not unexpected.
Is there anybody paying a lot of attention to us?
Some of the people who were there when you kicked at the door and then huddled around it and one of you disappeared have sort of stopped and are watching a little bit.
Why don't you summon your reflection now? It'll be great. No one will notice.
I mean, you guys look like you're trying to break into this place.
We do also have insignias of the Aureus Academy and the Brimroldi School.
That doesn't
visibly
mean, yeah, that doesn't mean people are gonna either A, try to stop you, or B, not watch you do it.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
This is why I wanted to go through the fucking sewers.
we are doing nothing illegal.
Right. So, Ziliana, easy enough. There is enough space for a spider to crawl, sort of, between the cobblestones and the door frame and all of that there. And you crawl inside.
There's an antelope there.
It is dark in there.
I have dark vision. Oh my gosh, I have dark vision. I don't
Yeah.
as a human.
But you are also this far off the ground.
That's very
so
true. Yes.
what you do see, sort of looking sort of up and out into the room, is where there were lots of bookcases and stuff. It looks like this whole place has been torn apart. Books and things are everywhere. It looks like the whole place has been completely turned over. You do sort of pausing just to take in the scenery there. You do hear some shuffling and a little bit of noise coming from the next room. As you recall, it was sort of like the office room, and then there was sort of like the waiting room there. And it does look like there's no light on, but the door to the office is very slightly open, and you can hear sort of the sounds of shuffling, rummaging coming from the back room.
Every day.
Oh. Okay. I am.
And that's where we're going to end. For
Oh. No! Okay. Okay.
Well,
Nice.
It is that time.
Oh,
Well, thank you all for getting fireballed. It's good.
Twice.
Good. Twice.
I
Man,
think, what's our total fireball count for getting fireball? Is
too
it
many.
3.
4?
it's at least 4 so far. There was 2 there. You got at least 1 in the other fight.
Yeah. We also have a necklace of fireballs too.
So you can fireball
we need
yourself.
stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Lots of fun music. Before I forget all of them, we had Almost Bliss right behind you. Run Amok, Willow and the Light,
Stalling. Oh, they're trying.
Expeditionary.
Disagreement.
Minima. And any others? Mist on the Moor was used tonight. And Dragon and Toast. That was the one used after you all got fireballed. I like it when the titles are fitting. Cool. And at the beginning, you heard all those lovely songs as well. Cool. Be sure to check out Roll20 Con starting this Friday at roll20con.net, if I recall correctly.
Good experience today if you have Deja Vu in reverse.
Yeah. Deja Vu in reverse.
Just remembering, by the way.
Oh.
Still sort of time knifey for me. Favorite line in any show ever. Very, very good. Everybody leveled up. We survived. You found out what's in the box. Some treasure.
It was royalty.
And royalty, yeah. And we will see what happens in the realm of your favorite nemesis next week. But this coming Thursday, there is Lions and Crows at 7:30 Eastern Time, DM'd by Timur. The exciting conclusion. There will be a boss fight. We are fighting a devil in the suburbs of the 9th layer of hell, as far as we know. So it should be good. We'll be back in full force with Kayla back. Don't miss it. I know we won't. And then, cool. Maybe we'll have a new session 0. I don't know. We were like about to step through the door last week, and then we're like, wait, our barbarian has none of her equipment. And then we're like, we'll go find the barbarian equipment.
So that's probably 2 or 3 sessions worth of looking.
Yeah. I think we've searched a lot of it. So
You were kind of told where it might be.
yeah, and then we went everywhere else just to be thorough. But we did find other things. So and
Mostly imps.
yeah, we do
So
have
many
Mostly imps.
we
Oh
do
my
have an
God,
imp
so many
friend.
imps.
Well, you guys managed to go through all of the spine devils first, and then clear out the imps in reverse sort of fashion. Oh, these are easier. Yeah.
It has been forever that we've been in hell.
Yeah, since February. Cool. Thank you everybody for watching. Let's see if we have any new exciting things. We do have a new follower that I'm not going to read out because it's obviously a troll name, but still counts as a follower anyways. So thanks, troll account. I hope you get whatever life has coming to you. Cool, and thank you all who's been active in chat. It's awesome to see you guys chatting away. Glad you all enjoy it. We enjoy playing and sharing all this with you. That is great. Follow us here. Follow us on Twitter, and check out
Hit
YouTube.
the subscribe button on YouTube so that someday we will have a URL that is not a meaningless jumble of numbers and letters.
It's our favorite jumble of numbers and letters, which we
I
won't
love it
recite
dearly.
to you, but it is good. So that's all I have, players. Do you all have anything?
First deja vu, yeah.
That's
Reverse deja vu.
just remembering, Holly.
I like it my way better.
All right.
It's good. It's
Well,
good.
until next time.
Reverse deja vu.
Your Majesty.